If you're looking to sell your house or if you're looking to buy another house or do both, it's probably one of the biggest business transactions in your life.
Yeah, it can be scary if you don't know anything about it.
Just talk about just the business aspect of it. Like, you need to get the most amount of money. It could be tens of thousands of dollars a swing one way or the other. Yeah. If you have an inexperienced agent they can't help you with that transaction. You know, so
well, you'll lose some money.
So, like, if you're an NFL player, you want to get the best agent to get the most amount of money, right?
Correct.
You want Drew Rosenhaus doing your deal.
Yes.
You don't want some unknown that doesn't have experience.
Exactly.
And then if you're in the house selling or buying industry, you want the Bart Merrick team handling your deal because they're going to get you the best value for that house you're trying to buy.
They are top-tier elite quarterback agents.
Or the most money for your house that you're trying to sell. And, you know, you get inexperienced agents. Plus, you got a team. Like, look, OJ had a team of attorneys.
Okay, yeah.
They got him free.
They did. That's a good example. I didn't know where you were going with the OJ thing. I know. I was like, oh, he's bringing up OJ.
But you'd rather have a team. Yeah. Like, when you're rich, you got a team because the team puts their heads together and gets you free for murder.
Yeah, exactly. They had to acquit because the glove didn't fit.
And you want the Bart Merrick team to get you either the most amount of money for your house.
The Bart Merrick team will basically get you savings that are the equivalent of being acquitted of murder.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I got it.
But seriously, I talked to Crystal, and this is her 10th year with Bart Merrick.
That's impressive, man.
And so they've been a team for a decade. They've bought and sold hundreds of our listeners' houses. And I thought about that, too. The vetting process of the Bart Merrick team. Just go to our community of listeners. Yeah. Like, they'll tell you. You don't have to hear from us. Yeah, like, go into the BDM page and like, hey, how was your experience with Bart and Crystal? They'll tell you the truth.
Yeah, we will tell you. But for those of you that expect it from us, you can ask.
They're like, they're just doing the commercial. That's Tom's wife. What else he's going to say? Like, listen, I talk bad about my wife all the time.
Yeah, we hate our wife. Oh, my God.
Mostly I talk bad about Crystal, but in this scenario.
Man, my wife got a stinky pussy.
Like, why was that?
I don't know. Bart likes that kind of stuff. Bart likes it. I guarantee you'll send me an email like, more of that, Dan.
Does that help?
Doesn't help much. I don't know.
Anyway, if you want to get the best value from your house, or buying or selling, the Bart Merrick team, their cell phones are on barttherealtor.com.
Easily to get a hold of. So easy.
You can contact them at any time. Ask the BDMs. They'll tell you. The Bart Merrick team, barttherealtor.com.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey, everybody. It is another A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
We're doing things a little different today, so we're going to hit the ground running. I will defer and leave it to you while I press buttons.
Well, first, Brendan O'Connor's here hanging out with us today. How you doing, Brendan?
I'm good. Hey, y'all.
And he's going to be at the Funny Bone, 2 shows tonight. Only 1 show Saturday because I believe the late Saturday show is already sold out. Okay. So get your tickets fast as possible.
Breaking news. If you wanted to go to the fun one, you missed out.
And 1 show on Sunday. Comedian Chico Beans here. How you doing, Chico?
I'm good, man. How you guys doing?
Good. So, Chico, last time you were here at the studios.
2019.
2019.
March 29th. 2019.
Yeah.
Man.
And it's been 7 years. And, what's interesting is I think last time you were here, we were talking about your 10-year-old daughter. And then recently I saw that you bought her a car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, that's a I'm like, it makes you feel old, Chico.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, man, Chico's already bought his daughter a car?
Yeah, make you feel old. I think I feel.
So how's that experience buying, your daughter a car?
It was a blessing, man. My first car I bought. So,
okay.
It just be able to, kind of break certain generational curses and be able to provide her with something that, I couldn't have imagined getting at her age, and it was dope. She was very appreciative, but just being able to do something for my child that I never had done for me, that's the goal as a parent, to be able to provide your kids with what you didn't have.
Yeah,
that was a dope thing.
Okay, so the fact that you're doing a show on Sunday, and even the fact that you're here, doing our normal Friday Free Show, like usually the comedians that come in the Improv, we interview them before the show and then put it out as a separate podcast. But we wanted to talk to you because last time it was so fun talking to you. Mm-hmm. And the reason, though, is because you're doing all the media you can, even TV, which a lot of comedians don't do anymore.
They won't do it.
And we've seen it throughout the 10 years plus of doing this podcast.
Us. They'll come in here and they'll say, like, oh, yeah, I don't fuck with that anymore. I don't do that. I don't like...
Because they're ugly?
No,
I don't know.
It's just because it's a grind.
It's more because they don't like the set them up. Like, so when somebody comes to a Chico show, what can they expect? It's like that kind of thing over and over and over again. And you've done it, for, this is not your first time.
No.
So.
I think I'm kind of immune to I went to school for it. That's what I got my degree in, communications, radio, television. So it's kind of second nature to me. Like, I make it fun. I know how to make it fun while still staying in the parameters of what their job is and how they're supposed to do the news. I'm able to kind of work within that because I know the tricks of the trade a little bit to make it fun while still, not breaking the rules.
And you're a master at improv too, which helps because you can roll with anything.
Yeah,
like you could sit down with any people in any media forum and then roll with it and make it funny.
Yeah, make it work.
Yeah. Which is a crazy talent that a lot of people don't see. Like when I see you do interviews, Chico, I'm like, oh, this guy can roll with anything. Because of your improv experience and how good you are at it.
Yeah, all the way. You got to be able to have that type of muscle when you're doing media. When you're doing any type of interviews because you never know what they're going to ask you. You never know where the conversation is going to go, and you don't want to say anything that'll have you viral, but you also don't want to be viral for being boring. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a fine line between the both, so you got to find that edge and stick to it.
But viral now, it seems like, though, that you got people that like are okay with that muck, that ick on them. They'll just do whatever they need to do to get out there, and they don't really care
it's
how
very
they
true.
look. I mean, like...
They're looking for it.
Yeah.
In fact, I call it the Club Shay Shay effect. It's if you say something on a super popular podcast, that clip could go crazy and promote yourself, your career, be great for you.
I'll give you, for instance, I saw this morning, and we've had him in here before, but I saw something, and I'm like, ooh, that sounds like something you would do, and you'd set him up to say to try and get a lot of people's eyes, right? Bert Kreischer, I think, did.
Yeah, Bert.
He did Club Shay Shay,
yeah.
And then he said his dad always warned him about Will Smith, and that Will Smith was visually going to get tired of fucking women. And there's that old story of when Bert was flown out and he went to the movies. You don't know that story about him going out?
I read it now.
He went to the movies with Will Smith.
It's in his book.
Yeah, it's in his book and all this kind of stuff. And to me, that sounded like something that you amplified when you went on Club Shay Shay just to try and get the heat of, like, is Will Smith gay? You know what I mean?
What the fuck story was that? Excuse me, I don't know if I can curse, but...
No, you absolutely can curse. Say anything you want.
I don't know that story. Okay. What was that story?
I'm paraphrasing, and I'm going to get a lot of the shit wrong, but the gist of the story is...
If you say it wrong enough, you'll go viral.
Thank you. Maybe. When Bert Kreischer, it was the story, what's the movie? Van Wilder. The movie Van Wilder is based off of Bert Kreischer's
I know
life.
that.
Yeah.
And when that was being developed, I think Will wanted to do something with Bert. This is years and years ago. So the story is Will Smith, I think, flew Bert out to, like, talk to him about a deal, about, like, we want to develop something, we want to work with you, we want to do something. Yeah. And they ended up, like, going to the movies together, like, weirdly, just, like, sitting there quietly, like, watching some movie together, like, something you definitely wouldn't do. And that he told his dad this story, and his dad was basically, Will Smith's so powerful and rich that I told you about it. He's going to get bored. He wants to fuck dudes now. That's the paraphrase story.
All the dudes he would pick Bert. Like, I think he would,
You're right.
like that's disrespectful to Will. I think he would have better options than Bert Kreischer. Goodness gracious! Like you gonna step on a man's legacy.
But my
Goodness
point
gracious.
is that that's not even real. It's just something that you put on Club Shay Shay to amplify in order to get in the news. And I'm like, well, how authentic is that at all?
Maybe he was like a low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
It was easy
Never
to get
know.
to.
Attainable.
You never know. You never know.
You don't go for like the really hot guys first. Right. You're gonna dabble.
Right. You work your way up.
Work your way up. That's how I go.
That's why I'm an approachable first timer for some guys. He probably won't say no.
Really? Wow.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
All right.
Different game.
So you're just like regular dudes like with girls. Like,
Regular dudes like me. Yeah. Because I look like I might not say no.
I like that.
Really? That is amazing. That is a hell of an analogy right there. And he looked like he needed. Let me holler at him. That's wow.
Chico, I heard you say on another podcast this analogy about your rise to success, and I liked it a lot. And it was basically you took the stairs while other people took the elevator. Mm-hmm. And if you take the stairs, you have, you like that rise better than taking the elevator because you know the people you're passing along the way. You get to have a lot more experience. It takes longer. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of common like you earned it as opposed to it's given to you. And tell me about how you came up with that. Like,
I mean, you learn from watching, just the way that the game works and how people, everybody's journey is different.
Yeah.
But you see some people just immediately just shoot to the top, and it's not like that for everybody. So that was just an analogy to make people feel okay with their process, because a lot of people feel like if you're taking the stairs, then you're failing, but it's success. It's success. As long as you're going up, you're going up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of people get misconstrued in regards to what success looks like because they're basing it off people who just can shoot up to the top, but you don't know what their process is. You know what I mean? You don't know what that looks like. You don't know what it took to get there. And when you're taking the stairs, to me, it's just a process of you learning so much more along the way. Like, you get to see the steps and you get to see what it actually takes to get to each level. And I think you learn more that way personally.
100%. I agree with you. And also, I feel like it's a stronger structure to stand on for your career than the person. Like, a lot of times I feel bad for the people that just get shot to, celebrity super fast because it's kind of like, Hawk Tua, right? She didn't even ask for it. But all of a sudden, she gets shot to this insane celebrity from nowhere, right?
Nowhere.
And then everybody criticized her every step she took.
They tore her apart.
And they tore her apart for the decision she made. You're like, what do you expect? Like, this person had no idea what the hell, how to handle this.
She was just doing an interview on the street, and then all of a sudden.
Yeah.
That's the part people don't understand. You bring up the best point. Like, she was walking by. The other guys were interviewing her. They're still sour grapes because they didn't blow up like she did.
Yeah.
She just happens to be cute, and everybody was like, oh, and talking about oral sex. So it's like, boom, let's,
or
off
even
to the races.
Closer to the stand-up world, the social media influencers that blow up so fast, and all of a sudden they have millions of followers. And I'm going to talk to you about social media in a minute, but they have millions of followers, and then like a lot of people are like, hey, you have to make a business out of this. And then so a lot of times they're like, okay, I'll start touring, and put together a show. And then people criticize them like, nah, they stink. And stuff like, well, they don't have no reps. You know what I'm saying?
Of course they do.
And they have to act now. What do you expect them to do? It's
there's no loyalty in those followers either. So
they don't.
They're waiting for you. It's your first misstep. It's a whole house of cards.
It is.
You lose all of them.
And they don't have the luxury of taking the stairs and learning along the way, because it's like, okay, now you have millions of followers. You have to jump on it now because it's fleeting too in social media world, where it's like, and then go out and perform, and then there's a lot of comics like yourself.
It's hard to turn down though. I mean, when you come from going from 0 to $1 million and somebody come offer you $30,000, like how do you say no to $30,000 when you've never been offered $30? Like, so you and that's the thing, you end up surrounding yourself with people who make it their business to take advantage of people who come into the stardom that way. Like, they're there just to get as much because they understand the business side of it. And they know that you don't, so they're going to utilize the things that you don't know to keep them in position. And it's a dirty game. But when you take the stage, you kind of get to see all of that from every vantage point, and each step you get to meet these people, and they don't mind explaining it to you because they don't think that you're going to impede upon their business practice. So they'll let you know, and then that way you know the game.
Yeah. It's almost like, too, the stairs allows you the time to make what you're doing, the execution of what you're doing, more like you're doing it, it's intent.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like you're doing this
Everything
is an intentional thing that I want because I've really thought this out. You're very good at this. I'm not so much. I'm more of the someone pissed me off. Give me my Twitter. Give me my ex. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Fuck him. I'm never gonna work with him again. Oh, I got to work with him next week. Oh, yeah. I'm more that guy, unfortunately.
But people don't mind when you do that anymore. Like if you were,
I don't do it as much anymore. Okay. Is that something you had to learn, or were you always smart, business minded? Because when you come in here, we were so excited you were coming back because the first impression you left on us when you were here was just so complete, like organized. You had such a good, and I know Tom wants to talk to you about this again and get like an update. You had such a good handle on social media and where it was going. 8 years ago when we talked to you, 7 years ago when we talked to you, he knew exactly where all of this was going. We're like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? And everything you said was almost to the nut perfect about because right now, it's worse than it's ever been. Yeah. And Tom brought it up earlier. Last time you were here, you had a 10-year-old. Now you have an adult.
Yeah.
How did you instill the good thoughts and a good relationship with social media, or is there one? With you, your family?
You got to kind of, it's a thin line, but the thing about it is, like I say all the time, the Etch-a-Sketch was the iPad.
Yeah.
So you have to know how things progress and how, everything is moving forward. But for me, I look at it like I like to kind of compare what in my generation, I grew up in the 90s, I was a kid in the 90s, so a lot of what we were doing were actively outside participating in these activities that these kids now, they just know from their phone. So who really had it worse? We really had it worse. So it's easier for me to be able to navigate the social media world because I'm coming from a place of experience. You're just looking at it on your phone. So I know what to kind of steer you away from and tell you what's real and what's not. Just in case you ever run into these situations in real life, you'll know exactly what to do. But a lot of times like I go to perform at colleges a lot. I still enjoy doing colleges. A lot of people don't, but as a person that graduated from college, the script is the same. Nothing really changes. But the way that they interact with each other, they're a lot more sensitive now and at a young age. And it's like, why do you care about being offended so much now? Because when we were young, we didn't care about what offended us. We were just trying to have a good time. These kids are more aware because the information is so quick. And it's so easy to get caught up in groupthink now. So if one person says, oh, we don't like this, and it's a cool person that says it, then we all don't like it. When they really don't have any connection to the emotion of what they're saying they don't like, it's just social media has that type of power. It has that type of ability to be able to galvanize people in a way. So for me, it's just like being able to still establish your own thought and your own frame of mind while utilizing the good parts of social media, because it is positive parts of it. Like you get to access your audience immediately. You get to see what people want from you immediately. You get, all different. You get to discover talent. It is easier to kind of go from 0 to 100 quickly, which I don't think is a problem if you have, talent, because there's certain people that have been at it for years. You look at somebody like we were just talking about Gary Owen. Gary Owen's been a comic for 30 plus years and now has used the advent of social media to be able to reinvent himself and skyrocket his ticket sales to where now a lot of people are discovering somebody that they've been watching for years. So that's the power of social media. But it also can be, detrimental when you get to read them comments and, it'll make you feel like you lesser than. And you got to find that line between allowing it to influence you while still not allowing it to, make you feel like you're not who you are in real life.
Yeah, I was just talking to Daniel earlier about social media comments or any sort of comments about your art. And I was telling Daniel, I was like, it doesn't seem valuable at all to read anything about yourself if you're not faking it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you are really who you are and you're trying to, be a comedian or whatever you're trying to do in the entertainment business.
Yeah, you're authentic to who you are.
And you're trying your hardest, right? Like, what are the comments going to change at all? What's the value of reading about it? Like, because their opinion of what you're doing has no like you're not going to change what you're trying your hardest. So like I can understand if you were like going a route that maybe you could change or whatever, but if it's like you're an entertainer and you're trying your hardest and someone's like, oh, I don't like this person, like reading that does no good for you.
It's
kind of like change anything.
What I call the rule of 100 is like you'll go through 99 positive things said about you and find the one comment that's disrespectful and harp onto that one. Like you'll latch onto the one disrespectful one and let that guide your thoughts and your process of what you think about yourself, but you'll skip all of the positive stuff because you already have those things in your mind about yourself.
Right.
It's the negative that makes you feel like, why does this person feel this way about me?
Do you have any advice for letting that go? Like not holding on to that?
I mean, the way I explain it is like if I have 100 people and 99 of them have $100, would you go to the one person that had his hand in his pocket? Or would, you know what I mean?
See, I'm crazy. I feel like what's in his pocket?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
What's in his pocket? What's he got? He's got a gun.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's the part. Like you got to just.
Is there a ruby in there?
Yeah,
like
you know what I mean. That's what keeps us kind of going to that one person. You'll skip over, all of those people to go to the one person. Why you ain't got no money for me? And it makes no sense, when you look at it from that vantage point. And for me, it's been. My daughter is my window into the future, if you will. I'm not afraid to let her lead me in ways that I know I'm a dinosaur when it comes to certain things like TikTok and all of that stuff. Like I sit down and I'm the student. Teach me how to navigate this. Right. What am I supposed to look for? What am I not supposed to do? And I allow her to have that type of relationship with me. So when I do come to her about things that I understand, it doesn't seem foreign when we have those type of dialogues.
So, Chico, I got a real deep question for you, and I want to go this route because you're super smart.
We always get our smartest guests in here. We ask them to help fix our fucking horrible lives. It's embarrassing, It's like when Chico's coming in, he's good. Yeah. Ask him all the shit we get it all wrong.
When I talk to a really smart person, I want to get as much value out of it for myself. I'm selfish.
Yeah, you have limited time with this man. Go.
So, and I've heard you talk about this on other interviews, and your father passed away when you were 2.
No, actually, I found out that he passed away when I was 3 months. I thought that he passed away when I was 2.
Okay.
So, I got that information not too long ago. Like it's so crazy. I was just telling somebody that like my whole life has been kind of spent with a blank space because I don't have any recollection of who my father is.
Yeah.
So fatherhood for me was I got to create the blueprint on my own because I didn't have one. You know what I mean?
So that's what I wanted to talk to you about. So because I relate to it in the fact that recently, and this is it's a weird thought that you're in here, we're talking about this because recently, like my sons are 10 and 11. My dad died when I was 10, right? So recently I've been like contemplating I have no father experience after the age of 10 where like I could go reference to with my own kids like, oh, my dad did this with me, so I'm going to do it with my, a lot of people have that experience. And I'm like, and then I was like, Chico, just been known about your life. He doesn't have any father experience to reference with your own daughter, and making it up as you go is a weird thing, I think, for most people because they have a father experience that they can draw back on, like, oh, my dad did it this way, I'll do it this way. Yeah. So it like when you're going through this journey of being a dad without nothing to pull from, what do you pull from other things you see, or pull whatever you
I've been able to take influence from a lot of different places, which is good. Like I went and talked to Steve Harvey's boys camp, and all of those boys don't have dads don't have active fathers in their life, or their fathers have passed away. And one of the things that I told them is, as unfortunate as it is for me not to have a father, I also never had to live up to what my father wanted me to be. I was never disappointed by him. He never told me he was coming to get me and didn't show up. So as much as you don't have, you also have the ability to create your own reality based on what you want it to be. You can take influence from everywhere. I don't know if a lot of the guys that I grew up, like Mr. Pope, who was my barber, or all the guys at the barbershop that I learned so much from, I don't know if I would have been able to get those lessons if my dad was around, because who knows if my dad would have liked those guys. Then he would have had the greater influence on me, and who would have known if he would have been a person that I would have looked at and wanted to be like. It could have been a detrimental situation. So It could have been a person that I looked at and wanted to be nothing like. So all of that blank space, as unfortunate as it is, because I do, wish that I did have some recollection or have some type of reference point, but still, you have a blank slate. You get to do whatever you want to do. You get to create the blueprint for what you want it to be, and you get to set it for your children to where, even though you only had 10 years of experience with your dad, that's not your reality with your children. So whatever it is with your kids, they get to, they're going to have a blank slate, and you can pretty much set it up the way you want it to be set up.
So you bring up a good point. Having a bad dad is worse than having no dad.
Yeah.
I've had people tell me that before. I've had friends of mine that don't have a dad, and they'll say that. Like, that's like a thing. They're like, well, at least I didn't get a bad dad.
Yeah.
Because we all know what it's like to have the friend that I have. My daughter has a friend who came over to my house and like just went on and on about how much she hates her dad. Like, I heard him talking, and I'm like, if my daughter went to somebody else's house and it got back to me that she was running her mouth about how shitty of a dad I am and how much she hated me, she was saying, I hate my dad. I'm like, damn, that would break my heart.
Yeah,
like
I
couldn't.
It's also that age too, right?
Sure, you don't have what to believe, but I'm still, she's 10. But it's one of those things where I'm like, damn, I want to do a better job than that.
Chico, so speaking of social media, you got 2.7 million Instagram followers. That's a lot.
Juggle that, man.
And so nowadays, I mean, like, we do this as a business, and so we're affiliated with different, like, iHeart and stuff like that, but we don't work for them. We work for ourselves. So we understand, like, what numbers and what the value of numbers are, and, like, and now it's kind of fleshing out where, like, when you see Instagram followers and like, numbers on YouTube, and you start putting some, even though it's different for everybody, it's like you start putting some value to it, which it wasn't like this like 10 years ago, or even last time we talked to you. The value was all over the place, but now it's kind of narrowed down to like, oh, this is worth X.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
And so do you look at it like that? Like with your Instagram, do you look at it as just pure promotion, or is like, hey, I'm holding on to a valuable, essentially,
commodity at this point.
Media entity that I have followers, 2.7 million, and it's worth X. Do you look at it like that, or
not me? I just, I look at it like it's a means to an end in regards to getting to your fan base, and because out of those 2.7 million, you don't know how many of those people are really actively engaging with you. For me, it's about when you go to do shows like I'm doing this weekend, getting people to come out and all that, and utilizing it for that purpose. But now with the advent of AI, you don't know what's real or what's not. Like now it's transitioning to, well, I think in the next probably 3 to 5 years, you're not even going to know who's a real person anymore. You know what I mean? Because you look at a lot of these AI videos and how it can easily just, 2 seconds of your voice, somebody can create a whole movie, and then with your chat GPTs and all of these different avenues that you have to, create something from nothing, literally, and have the representation be somebody that's, on your phone in a world that doesn't exist, but is real to people who see it. Like it's really no way to quantify those numbers anymore, because you don't really know what's real or not.
Do you believe what like Neil deGrasse Tyson talks about as like the dead internet theory, like that there's going to be so much fake AI and the videos are going to look so real, like no one will know anymore. It'll be impossible to distinguish what's real and what's fake. Yeah. And essentially everything on the internet is rendered fake, because it's like there's so much, and then we come out of this, and then we realize the internet is something, and then is back to real life. Like it's a kind of like a success
story. It's like an experience. Yeah.
It's like we get to the point where everything's so fake that the internet and every social media is just known as like, oh, this is all entertainment nonsense, and you go back to real life.
Yeah, because you can literally pull your phone out and see you dancing to a song you've never heard before. I'm talking about, like, I've seen so many videos of people doing all types of crazy, and I'm like, that is wild. And if you think about it, just putting it in hindsight, if you were to see this same video 5 years ago, it's really that person doing this.
It'd be impossible.
To be able to say that this is not. You know what I mean? Somebody, Dan doing the electric slide. I'm sure he doesn't know how to do it.
I'm more of a wobble guy. I love the wobble.
You see what I'm saying? Like, but if you see him,
girls.
Doing the wobble or the electric slide, you're like, damn, Dan know how to do. But now AI has changed the scope of everything. So I think that just those numbers are starting to dwindle a little bit, because you have, I have 2.7, but you look at somebody like my partner DC got like 14 million followers. And there's no way to be able to know how many of those people are real people until you get out into the world and see how many of those people actually are willing to come and support. And that's how you know what the numbers really are.
You don't think it translates into butts and seats?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. You utilize it to get those people, but you only know that they're real once they show up.
Okay.
Like when it's on when you're promoting to them and you get 300,000, 400,000 likes on a video, you don't know where those likes come from until you see people who actually are willing to come and support you live, and then you know that these people are actually people who support you. But those numbers will never equate for anybody to what they look like on the internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you can get 2.7 million people to come see you do something, then what do you need social media for?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But you guys, 85 South, your podcast guy, I mean, like that's it.
That's a huge podcast.
It's as big as I think you get when you ink a deal with Netflix to put your show on there. Like, how did that come about? Like, when did you guys know that? Like, because you've been doing it for a long time. But when did you? Again, the steps. When did you know as you're you're walking up the steps? Oh shit, Netflix. This is big. Is that the biggest thing you guys have done? Because that is humongous.
I mean, we've done a lot of good stuff.
You've toured for how long now?
Since 2015.
Yeah, I want to say it's been years and years.
2015. So, we've done arenas, and that's where you look and see the numbers in real time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? When you see those type of numbers, you get people that are paying, it's asses and seats, as they say. So, for us, it was like, it's always something else to do, but you got to appreciate the process as you're going through it. You know what I mean? Like, Netflix was major. We went number 1 on Netflix, and all of that is dope.
Congrats on that. That's huge.
But as soon as you do it, it's like, all right, what's next?
Right.
That's the part that people don't really talk about a lot. Like, it's so much pressure to do the next thing that you can find, you lose the value in the thing as you're doing it. You know what I mean? You got to kind of revel in what you've done in the process of actually doing it, because if you don't, then as soon as you accomplish something, it's no different than you guys. You guys walked away from major, backing and then to do it yourself, and you probably can get lost in the fact that you guys are doing it your fucking self, which doesn't really exist out here anymore. Independence is a facade in a lot of ways, because most people are backed by something or somebody other than the people.
Yeah,
sometimes we wish we were. You know what I mean?
I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I'm being honest.
Yeah, keep it real. Yeah, we all do in some way, because you get to see like how much easier it is for you to be able to do certain things, and you don't when you're not coming out of your own pocket. Like, when you have to come out of your own pocket, it's like you have to make really strategic decisions.
Sure.
But when you're spending somebody else's money, it's like, fuck it, get both screens.
And it looks great. Like, you guys do all the money. Like, it's a good. Like, if you guys go and check it out, it's beautiful. So go.
No, 100%. But that's the thing. Like, the grass is always greener, and there's no free lunch. So, like, you can.
Are you reading out of your cliche handbook? I got a book.
It's got a calendar.
Because
hard work pays off.
I remember working for a giant corporation, saying like, I wish I worked for myself and did it myself. Fuck these guys. And then now you do it for yourself. You're like, God, I wish I worked for a corporation. I just go home and have to worry about this business. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's no easy road. And so, like, you mentioned AI, and this, I kind of want to end with this. Do you think that comedians are using AI?
We can use it right now. Hold on.
Okay.
Perfect. Here, let's use some AI.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chico Bean. Chico Bean.
It's not bad. I couldn't scratch.
Yeah.
I can scratch, but not like that.
Not like that. Yeah.
That took about 8 seconds.
If you work for a corporation, that shit would have been a whole song.
How do you feel about that, though? Because I'm conflicted, because I'm a musician. I just signed up for guitar lessons again. I want to learn more about theory. I'm a drummer. I'm conflicted because I can use it and I can push a lot of data a lot of ways, and I'm creative, so I see where you can use it. I write songs now where I sing into it and it'll make the song, but the melody is mine. So I see the components of how you can use it, but I also get poisoned by it. I'll use it so much sometimes, or I'll be in it, that when I get done, I feel gross.
Yeah, you feel like you didn't do any work for real.
Yeah, there's something there that's artificial and doesn't. It's an ick. Well, it's like a film you get on your body.
That's the novelty of it wearing off now, right? Because you went hard when it first came out.
I did
too, but now you're realizing it's not as fulfilling as doing it yourself.
Well, but as a tool, and what I want to ask Chico about is, are comedians using it to write? Because especially if you have a bank of work, and you can start loading. I mean, there's more sophisticated AI than the free stuff or the cheap stuff that we use. You start loading in your work and stuff. It starts learning your comedic rhythm and stuff. And then
that's a dangerous game.
And then it starts printing out like options. Now you don't have to use every word for word, but you start getting it for inspiration, and it becomes a tool for writing. You think people are doing that?
Yeah, without question. I mean, you kind of be a fool not to utilize a tool like that when you have to create, as you know, because comedians don't have the luxury of musicians. I can't come out and perform the same song every time out and people love it. You know what I'm saying? If somebody came to see me in a city and last year and I come back and do the exact same set, they feel like they wasted their money. So you have a different type of pressure of creating as a comedian. But just being able to utilize just a thought, you know what I mean? Because sometimes, you know, as creators, you get, you know what I mean, your brain gets stuck in a certain place, or you'll think of a word that you can't think of, and then now you have this thing where you can just go in and say, hey, what's a word that rhymes with, you know, thrive, alive, like, and alive was nowhere in your mind when you it was light years away, and then it's just right there. So I mean, you can utilize it, but I think a lot of people are relying on it. Utilization and relying on something is two totally different things. If you utilize something, that just means it's helping you along in your process. If you rely on it, that means it creates your process for you, and that's different. I think that utilization is fine. Relying on it, that's dangerous.
Do you think there's comedians that are just taking the overall, like, because now with social media, you're getting inundated with funny shit that's randomly written by people around the world, right? And then the algorithm, you know, the most popular funny shit gets presented to you. So now you, as a comedian, like if I was writing, like, you know, you're just getting influenced by tons of funny shit that's not even by professional comedians, by some guy in Milwaukee that wrote some funny thing, you know, and then you're like, hey, I'm going to use
These are some of the greatest writers, and I mean, like, the comments on social media, like, oh my God, man. I'm talking about some of the stuff, like, and my algorithm is all over the place. Like, you would not know who this phone belonged to if you found it. I swear. You would have no clue, because I'm all over the internet. The algorithm is, and like, I saw it, like, it's this page that I follow, like, with this old white guy who just tells racist jokes. Like, I don't know how I found him.
Oh, that's
I don't know
dad.
how. I mean, it might, but no. I mean, like, he's like horrible with it, and his shit is so funny to me because it doesn't offend me. But it's just those type of things. Like, if you don't have the creative process to be able to, you know, see something like that and make it your own, you'll easily be, you know, tempted to tell some of the shit that this motherfucker says on stage. Like, he was like, I tell you, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. And then it's the fact that I'm sitting in a room with all white people, even more fucked up.
Is he saying it from a way?
No.
I will hold in my laughter.
Listen, this is one of the ones that he said, what do you call a black man in a tree with a bunch of monkeys?
Oh my God.
Stop.
Branch manager.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
See, I froze, and I'm using it.
That was a test to see if y'all was gonna laugh. Good job, white people.
Yeah, we're not bad.
Way not to go viral. But no, I
took a lot. My nose almost started bleeding.
I use that to just explain just how much the internet has on it, like how easy it is for you to find shit that is just, and I mean, like, you can just sit there. I forget what the name that they got, the scientific name for it now, where you just sit and scroll just for hours,
like doom scrolling.
Maybe that's what it's called. But like, you literally. I mean, I know myself, I'll be in the airport. That's usually when I do most of my consumption of the internet and media, because I don't really turn my TV on anymore. I consume most of my media off of YouTube and, you know, social media in some way, shape, or form. And I'll be sitting there thinking I got to the airport early and sit down, and the next thing, boarding group 9. I'm like, oh shit, I done sat here and almost missed my flight. Just sitting, just scrolling through whatever. So it's really hypnotism when you think about it. You can be hypnotized by that phone just sitting there going through everything. But as a creator, you have to find the medium between being able to enjoy it without totally being influenced by it.
And or getting so distracted by it that it's taken up so many hours of your life. But as a comedian, fan and someone that wants to consume information, so it's a good tool too, because you get to see shit and you're influenced by some things, or you're writing.
You're saying that for you.
Well, you're like,
I can hear that you're saying, you're like, oh yeah, I get all my ideas from it.
Because my wife would be like, quit scrolling. It's you're wasting time. I'm like, I'm not really wasting time because I'm consuming a lot of this shit and writing in my head a little bit.
It gives you ideas.
Yes, it does.
It definitely gives you ideas. Like it definitely gives you ideas. It gives you, all different types of, just premises for stuff, even if the premise is actually scrolling and reading your comments. Like you'll sit and scroll and read your comments and see shit in the comment, and you be like, man, I feel like I know who wrote that. Like, that was a little personal right there. Like, so all of those different things, just social media has completely changed the scope of human interaction as a whole.
I do find myself, though, and we've used this analogy on the show before, where I think that I would have been a person way back in the day that loved sideshows, because the majority of my algorithm are unfortunate people just doing really weird things and people being mean to those people, and all the comments are all mean, and I'll just kind of scroll through it. I'm like, okay, there they are. They're my little creatures that I'm looking at in the internet. It's weird.
It is.
And then sometimes I'll catch myself like, that is not you're laughing at those people, and then I'm like, oh, you're a bad person. But then those people are making money. Right? Like, so they're putting it out there
on purpose
and doing weird stuff, like the guy with the weird arms that rides a skateboard.
That's hilarious. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he's super famous. He's super famous, but it's like, I'm laughing
at monetizing it. Like, he gets a sponsor?
Yeah, he gets sponsorships, and he was one of the first people to opt into, what is it, Sora, that makes the videos?
Oh,
the guy with the weird arms and the mustache that drags himself on the skateboard. He was one, they animated his weird arms, so you could use them as yourself in the...
Like, man, there's so many pockets of the internet.
It's just weird.
So many pockets of social media. Like, it's just this page that I follow where it's like people with Down syndrome, like, doing all types of just like extreme sports.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I have a Down syndrome cosplay guy I follow.
Hold on.
And
Down syndrome extreme sports? What?
Yeah. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's out there.
I didn't know that
it's out there. Yeah, no, that's real, bro.
There's Down syndrome cosplay that I follow, and it's they have the outfits and they're badass. They just happen to all be Down syndrome.
I mean, it's crazy. Like, I find myself scrolling, and the other day I was watching somebody clean dirty carpets for like an hour.
They do the foam.
I like those
with the blue stuff, and then an hour straight just watching him clean dirty carpets.
Hose it, squeeze it, hose it.
Yeah, I'm like, I look up, I'm like, man, how did I get here?
There's a guy that mows yards. He mows random people's yards.
I love that guy.
Another dude that just dig out rocks out of yards, and so you'll go from that, and then you'll go then I'll just the next 30 minutes it'll just be people getting shot, and it's like then the next 30 minutes is like ass shaking. It's just all over the place, man. It's all over the place.
This is we were never meant to see this.
Yeah.
But you know what's better than all of that? Going to see comedy at the Funny Bone.
Yes.
It's real people.
Very much so.
Yeah, that's what you should do. But you got limited seats because these are filling up fast.
The Funny Bone, 2 shows tonight, 1 show, the early show Saturday, 1 show on Sunday. Get your tickets right now.
The Sunday show's at 5, right?
6.
See, that would be the one to slide into, because that's I'm getting the hell out of here show. You don't know what you're going to get in that one.
Can we hear what you're going to talk about? Some of the things?
Why would I do that?
What are you doing? You're doing
I don't want the joke. I don't want the jokes. I don't want a joke.
No, you're doing the TV.
Yeah.
Chico, what can we...
Yeah, he just did the news thing. So, tell us a little bit about what we're going to expect. Well, come see. That's what you can expect.
If you had one word to describe a Chico show, what would it be?
You think Chico's going to tell that joke he just said on the TV? That's all we
need. Who's Alf pictures? That is one of my favorite cartoons.
We had a listener send us this. It's a real animation cell from Dick, from the Dick publication of Alf. This is one of the real animation cells, and he bought it at an estate sale, and his wife made him get rid of it because it looks like Alf is twisting his nipples. His wife did not like it, so he sent it to his favorite podcast.
Yeah, that's dope. And, I love Alf growing up.
It's one of my favorite possessions because it's so fucking weird.
Yeah, I loved Alf growing up, man. He kind of looks like what's the movie, the dude on the couch? What is?
The comedian on the couch.
No.
Big
It's
Lebowski?
Big Lebowski. Yeah, the fat dude from the Big Lebowski. Yeah, that's what he looks like on there.
Even his hair.
Yeah, he does have a Big Lebowski vibe. I feel
like a John Goodman.
John Goodman. There you go. That's what he looks like. Alf as John Goodman. That's what that looks like right there.
Although John Goodman melted a little bit.
He did. John Goodman's melted now because he got on that Ozempic.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of people have been on that.
Yeah.
I lost weight and they accused me of being on it. I'm like, you on that Ozempic? I'm like, no, bitch. But if I was, it worked. Mind your business.
Chico Bean, thanks for coming by.
Man, thank you guys for having me.
Always
Anytime, man. Love you guys. I appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you too. Good luck with the shows. Krista, thank you for making this happen. And we'll take a break, right?
Yep.
Take a quick break.
Yep. And we will be right back. What song is this, Dana?
This is Caroline Carter. Name of the song is Watchdog. This is just going to surprise you. We'll be right back. For many of you that know the show, for many of you that are BDM members and have sort of followed all of our sort of Tom and Dan properties, for lack of a better way to explain
our
it.
journey throughout our entire business.
Yeah, one of the things that we have that we really pride ourselves on and we love is the fact that we got in early with our very good friends, the Danger Brains.
Yeah.
And they helped us come up with an identity, a real brand identity, right?
Yeah, with all our brands.
Iconography that when you see it, you know, and you guys know this now. And I'll brag for a second on something. I don't brag very often because I don't have a lot of confidence, but there's one thing I know. If you're driving around town and you see our color palette, you know it's Tom and Dan. If you see our style logo, you know that's ours.
Yeah.
You know it's ours because we have a brand identity, and that's what the Danger Brains want to do for you, your business, or maybe even you personally.
We just had a meeting yesterday with the Danger Brains. They're helping us with our BDM Appreciation Week. And that's the thing about the Danger Brains. They not only help you with, let's say a brand refresh or a complete brand rebuild.
Well, they help you roll it out, too.
Yes, and they'll walk you through like an entire campaign, different campaigns of your business.
Yeah, like how are you going to market that?
Yeah.
They've done this before with some of the biggest companies.
Yeah.
And
huge companies. A lot of our sponsors have worked with the Danger Brain. Dozens throughout the past. I mean, we've been dealing with the Danger Brains for over 15 years. I mean, literally since like right after we started the podcast. Is, back in 2009. So it's like been since 2010, I feel like, or maybe in the end of 2009.
I know Sebastian knows because he remembers the date that I met him downstairs at iHeart.
At least 16 years plus.
But if you don't know where to go with marketing your business, if your business feels stale, if you need a new identity, if you need a couple of guys that will sit down with you and talk through the process of what you want to execute for your business, they'll do it.
Different marketing campaigns that help you build, all the logos around it,
but to make it cohesive, right? Like
with your current brand, and they understand all that. They've been doing it for an insanely long time. Give them a call. Just walk through what you want to do. They offer a variety of different services. They can help you out like they helped us out. It's thedangerbrain.com.
Ross could use it.
Listen, I like all options being on the table.
I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Who was that? That was Lonely Bunker, which they weave like 8-bit music into all of their songs. The name of the song was Repeat. And as always, thanks again to Chico Bean and Krista from Funny Bone, Orlando, for making that happen. Sorry to Jay, who said that we weren't being funny enough in the first segment. It was too introspective, and Chico was sharing too much reality. He wanted some good old cock and farts. He had some good old cock and farts.
We'll give you cock and farts now.
Yeah, we got cock and farts.
But he was what an interesting guy.
Once me and Daniel get in the car, the road, we don't know where the road's going. We're driving.
Roads, where we're going, we're not going to need cock and farts.
We just turn where the road takes us, and that's it. No way to know.
That wasn't his energy today. I think
he was a lower
to his energy.
He was a lower, dude. You nailed it. He was was a little lower energy than last time he was in. And
we're doing media all morning.
Yeah, and why wouldn't he? He's been doing media all morning. And also, I'd like to point something out, and I don't think it's in poor taste saying this, but his security staff blew that bathroom up so bad. And it was wafting down the hallway, and it came in the door, and it came in here, and when you introduced him, and when I said to you, I'm going to run buttons or whatever, the only reason I was saying that is because I had queued up a joke about it. I was going to do something bad. I had laughs in the queue. I had a laugh chambered. And it smelled like shit, and I'm like, and I was starting to I was becoming a baby man, like I was becoming immature. Baby man's here. Here he is. He's gonna fucking say something terrible, and I was gonna go like, oh God, why'd your security fucking shit up our bath?
That's an interesting. I forgot to ask him about that, but then I was like, maybe it's too personal or whatever. But
why you got security?
I was asking,
what do you think you're better than us?
I was asking,
and he shit up our bath.
Well, he is better than us, but
no, that's a joke.
And
that was a joke. I know he's better than us.
His nails were done. He had a beautiful.
He got his nails done.
Teeth were good.
He had his nails done yesterday. I was going to ask him about that too. I saw it on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was plugging the show while he was getting his nails done. Which I think getting your nails done. Maisie's been begging me to do that, and I'm like, hold on a second.
Have you done it?
Yeah, I've done it. But I'm like, you're growing my hair long. You're wanting me to get my nails done. What the fuck's going on here?
She likes the drag queens.
She does like the drag.
Crystal was telling me that there's a number of comedians that travel with security and have security.
Yeah.
And especially the bigger ones. But do you have to? Is that a thing? That
He's got 2 million followers. And people know where he is. He's posting where he is. Clearly,
so there's crazy people. Yeah,
he's in Florida,
and you say shit sometimes, and you get crazy responses because with that, you know what?
And people would pull up on him and steal his.
No, just crazy people try to kill you.
Sam should have security sometimes. People, and she didn't have 2.7 million people.
Yeah. Well, there's a point where you can't afford it. Right. There's not even an option. Sam would for 100% have security if she could
afford it.
But then you can't because security
it's on her
is
Christmas list every year. At the top, it says, "What do you want the most?" She's like, "Security."
He's got a diamond earring.
Yeah. And you know who deals with this a lot, and I forget because it's a different fucking world. Once Mike from Mike's weather page because as much as he's relatable.
I should have used that reference when he was here. That's a black sitcom.
No, well, as much as Mike from Mike's weather page is relatable to I forget that he has the fucking over 2 million followers on Facebook and stuff. And when you are exposed to that many people, he gets way more crazies than we ever get. We don't get any crazies. I'm telling you, I rarely.
I've been to those parties. I've been to those BDM parties. I see y'all in the chat. Half of y'all are crazy.
Mike's a little different than you.
I'm talking about crazies that threaten your life and shit.
Mike will get on there. Yeah. He'll have some drunken donkey IPAs, and he'll get on there and start mixing it up with people in the wee hours of the morning.
Have you ever had a death threat?
No.
Oh yeah, I have.
I never have it. I wish more people would threaten to kill me.
I did a thing after
because that's when you made it.
I did a thing after Pulse, and I was on CNN. I wrote a letter to Obama, and it was published in the Sentinel.
What?
And then he quoted me in a speech, and then I was asked.
Wait, Obama quoted you in a speech?
Yes, he didn't say Brendan O'Connor said.
My great friend Brendan O'Connor.
But it was
Trump quoted you and said, "My great friend Brenda from Bidlow." There she is.
You would love Brenda.
Oh, Brenda, look at that.
What was the quote?
Grab her by
I don't even remember what the quote is anymore, just because it's filed away under trauma.
You've never told us that Tom's going to take his pants off.
Brendan, I almost kicked our cameras out.
Don't kick our cameras down. They're $400 cameras.
Brendan, if I wrote something and the goddamn president of the United States said it,
I know.
The black president. That's the rarest president.
He's the coolest one.
The rarest president. I don't care what fucking black president is a rarest one.
Smoke cigarettes.
Listen, I don't give a shit what you believe.
Cigarette-smoking, basketball-playing president.
And what your politics are, don't give two fucks about politics at all, ever. But you have to agree that Obama was the coolest president. What the fuck?
Cool.
There's no way you can name another cooler president.
George W. Bush paid it.
Kennedy was pretty cool, dude.
He'll take your guns and my pop-up didn't care for him.
Kennedy, I would make an argument that Kennedy, the Wayfarers, Marilyn Monroe, she crazy. I mean, that guy. That guy was cool as fuck.
Fucking play basketball.
I understand. Kennedy and Obama, very cool.
Gerald Ford on The Simpsons, hilarious.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Brendan.
Gerald Ford, also played by Chevy Chase.
It was Father Way to Trauma because after
I find
that,
this?
Father Way to Trauma.
Because I went on CNN after, and the lady, it was a hit piece, and I don't even think it's online anymore. But this lady came for me because I was anti-guns in my letter. And she basically was like, well, you're angry. You're just an angry gay guy. That's how it ended. And then all of these fucking crazy people found me on Facebook and sent me death threats. I probably got like 15 death threats in the first hour. I was sitting in my car reading all these messages popping up on my phone, like people who wanted to kill me.
But were they real?
People who thought I was racist because I was questioning Obama. People who thought I was anti-America because I didn't like guns. It was crazy.
Damn, I wish I had this. You don't understand.
No.
I'll be like, yo, wow, look how I'm famous
you.
now.
They
I can't say
find
shit.
you.
No one takes me nothing. Like, this guy's such an idiot. No one even wants to kill me. You know what I'm saying?
Tom is so mad that you matter enough.
No.
I wish
people
someone
think
wanted to
you're
kill me.
anti-everything, anti-American,
Everything.
anti-gun, everything.
Everything.
That's crazy. And he quoted you in the speech, dude.
Yeah, I can't even remember what. I'll find it.
But this is okay. To rewind, I mean, this is how many years ago?
Oh, that's how bad I am. I don't know. Again, trauma.
So this was so
8 or
this
9
scared
years?
you to the point where you did something.
Yeah.
You wrote a piece. Obama quoted it, and then
Yeah.
you got a bunch of death threats, and then and then that fucked you up.
Oh yeah, and then oh yeah.
And this was back in when CNN attacked you.
CNN, yeah.
What weird attacking you?
But I
thought they liked gay.
No, that was back before. That was back.
What the fuck?
It was
I
this
don't know what
very conservative.
How does it go now?
blonde- Was it CNN? It must have been.
How does
CNN.
it go now? Who likes the gays now, and who hates the gays now? The networks.
No, CNN, the gays.
Not anymore. Now they hate the gays. They hate the gays.
They hate the gays now?
because they got bought, so they hate the gays again.
I can't keep up with this. It's too much. Just don't hate anybody.
I
Oh
know.
my god.
I know. Anyway, sorry.
No, it's all right.
No, that's
I
you
never
blew
knew
Tom's
that.
eyeballs out. That's you do
So-
you and your family, your dad and everybody. You guys are magical people and do weird, crazy
We're all
things.
right. I'm a little worried about Dad right now because they're getting hit by that storm.
Yeah.
Like, and they've
talk
had
about
to
the storm
shovel
a
a
little
million times a day.
Yeah.
You know, Dad's in his mid 80s, and he's like,
He's tough.
Yeah, like he called me the other day because he was really worried about me being in America and he wants me to come home and
Yeah.
and, you know, and he's just a sad older man.
Oh, yeah.
Snowed into his house and he has to shovel his driveway a million times a day, and I just felt so bad.
He
that I
wouldn't move
wasn't
here
there.
with you.
No, they're not even coming down to
He's
visit.
very anti-American right now. Or
because
America.
Canadian news is really hyping up how
And
terrible
he
it is
watches
here.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, and they think.
Did
Yeah.
you tell him it's just same shit?
I told
Nothing's
him.
happening.
You could tell him, like, we've heard so many amazing stories
watching the
about your
news.
dad. Like, I feel very confident that between all of us here and the BDMs, he's very much beloved.
I don't
He
know.
would have.
My God, old people. This
He can stay anywhere he wants in Orlando.
not joking.
He'd be royalty around here.
He
You know
loved
what I
it.
mean?
Last time he came here, he met Cole E. Smith, who does the Immerse thing.
Yes.
And just followed him around, super stoned at Lock Haven Park, calling owls. He had a great time.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, he likes it here when he gets here,
But he's just kind of caught up in it.
right now in this instant, it's very anti-Canadian to even. come
And
here
at
on
his
vacation.
age, sorry guys, that's what you do.
Yeah, we
That's
need to
kinda
come
what-
to him.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Gotcha.
What there
Well, shout out
is
and
an
love to him, please.
epidemic of old people watching the news, getting scared,
We gotta get 'em
and
off the news.
angry.
We gotta get 'em off the news.
off. Because this happens everywhere.
Yeah.
My mom was doing it a
and
little bit.
they're obsessed with it, and it's taking over their lives. Like, go take a walk, enjoy nature.
Yeah, which he loves, you know. But in the winter, what are you doing? You know,
Right,
just-
yeah,
especially
right.
in the storm,
Yeah,
there's
right.
nothing to do, and he listens to the radio or watches.
Oh,
TV.
and real quick, because it did come up earlier this week, we were talking about your father and your family cabin. And
Oh yeah,
so-
you want to go?
Yeah, I do want to go, but outline it again because this is real
Okay.
shit. This is no fucking around.
It's a
This is
log
primitive.
cabin. It's a log cabin that my dad got from an old lady who just fell in love with them when he was running a gas station on the north shore of Lake Superior. It's in Montreal
So
River
he
Harbor.
stole this cabin from an old
Kind of
lady.
did for cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, cheap.
And he used his good lucks and charm to get himself a cabin.
Yeah.
I love getting all old senile people to give me stuff.
You know what's funny? You know what's really funny is I thought, because I'm a chirper and a bit of a charmer like my dad.
I love a chirper and a charmer.
I kind of pseudo thought I would never lock down with one woman. And I kind of pseudo thought I would Marty Supreme. I would just be bouncing old woman to old woman. Like I would go around making love and stealing the fortunes of older. What are they called?
Is that what he does? He steals their money?
No. This is just kind of my version.
Yeah.
I thought I would sort of bounce around to older spinsters.
Dad's good at that.
And steal their money and then move on to the next old lady and steal their jewelry.
He feeds bird feeders for old ladies, and they like throw money at him sometimes, or like trim their hedges. He checks in on old birds.
Trim an old lady's head.
Cabin's beautiful, log cabin, no electricity, overlooks Lake Superior. You'd love it. It's really a beautiful, special place.
It's magical. It's like disconnected.
It is magical.
It's disconnected from you are with the earth.
You are, and it's like, and it sits, there's this big rose quartz like piece of rock that comes out. It looks like lava that's just been shaped by generations of waves. It was scraped by glaciers, and it's like this. And
what's it sound like?
Just like rest.
It's like the greatest sound, right? It's like when I go to that cabin in Georgia that's on the Carter Cay, and it's right on in my little look that I love, that I'm addicted to, goes out over the water, and it makes a noise that naturally you can't even emulate it with a sound machine.
It's beautiful. Skinny dipping, there's loons in the distance. It smells like pine trees.
How much would it cost me to get there?
Not much. Like, I think you could get a flight. I fly into Kinross, Michigan, and drive over.
You would trust me and my family to go?
My dad would go with you, and just because it's wood fired, and it's an old cast iron stove.
Badass.
So you need to use you need to know how to use the cast iron stove, and you're cooking on the cast iron stove, and it gets hot.
Oh, that's what cowboys
We
do.
always have like 6 water kettles going at the same time as soon as we get there, and it like awakens, like it helps the house
the
flex.
moisture.
It helps it kind of shake off the dust.
Okay. So
wow. That's real shit, dude.
Oh, I'll send you some videos. It's crazy.
I'm into it.
You will never. And then the shitter, the outhouse, it's like up on a hill, kind of up from the cabin, and it overlooks the lake. So your first your morning constitutional, you're just looking at mist,
and more comes out. I've always said that, but when you're in the woods, more comes out.
Oh yeah. Well, you're also eating canned beans and
so
limited.
Yeah. I from watching the show Alone on Netflix, and it's like,
are your boys still into that?
Right?
Are they still into that?
They'll watch every once, and they fell out. It's all anime, but I mean,
anime's pretty rad. Anime's rad.
They all
make sure they're not looking at the tentacle.
Hey, you know that's your guy,
I don't know.
right?
Who knows what they're looking at?
You know that's your guy. I mean, he knows that world.
Not as much. My brother more because he was a kinky bastard, but like he was watching that tentacle stuff.
There's girl. I'm like, what? Sometimes I'm like, what is this? I'm like,
they draw the titties big.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I don't. What the hell's going on? What the hell?
If there's a schoolgirl uniform, you need to be watching with them.
Yeah,
do you come in there? You come in there. You know what I like
I
that
say,
they
what
do?
the hell?
You know what I like that they do, and I can still jack off to it. They'll make the woman like she's like an energy woman floating in the sky.
Yeah.
And where her nipples are, they'll just make them big star blast, and where her pussy is big star blast too. But you know it's there. You know it's just energy. It's just energy.
When they're doing it.
So from watching Alone, all the stories kind of blend together where like just the
what are we talking about right now?
It's like survivalist show where they go like with nothing and they just survive as long
naked
as possible.
And alone.
Yeah. Not so much. This is like real survivalists, and then
Bear Grylls.
But
this one's more authentic than the other one. A little more superficial.
It's all when you're outside in the wilderness, just living there, right? A common theme is they talk about how every day it's like the beginning and end. They all kind of run into each other, right? And then if you talk to anybody that's like been out in the wilderness or like that kind of environment without technology, like the days just all blend together. And then I'm like, man, I haven't had that feeling ever in my life, which is probably a natural feeling that the human brain has evolved with over like.
Do you know Maslow's hierarchy of needs?
No.
Have you ever seen that? It's a pyramid, and they say like humans need certain things to live, and like if you have to have shelter and food, it's the first one. If you don't have shelter and food, then you can't think about happiness or art. Like there's certain things like you need to have that threshold in order to move up and progress. And the peak is like when you're your best human self, is when you have all of those needs met.
Yeah,
and when you're alone in the woods surviving, you can't think about the other stuff, right? So you're just thinking about shelter, food, staying warm.
Yeah, and then you have to there's some passage of time which they've realized too. Like if you can't get bored. So you
I can't believe we're talking about Maslow's hierarchy.
No, I've heard that before.
Look, man.
But my whole point,
like Tom said, the road goes where the road goes. I'm here for it.
Okay, because you'll go crazy, like old trappers in the woods. Like there are stories of like just white people who are fur trappers in the woods in northern Canada. They don't talk to anybody.
By themselves,
you lose your shit, and that's where. Have you ever heard of Wendigos? Have you ever heard that name?
No.
It's like a Canadian. It's almost like a werewolf, but it's more of like a cannibalism story. It's like people who lose their shit in the woods. They become more animalistic.
Ravenous. This is the movie
Ravenous, and that's what happens. It's like this consuming, like you lose the humanity part of you because you're living on that bottom tier of the pyramid for so long. You lose touch with the other.
I want to go to your dad's cabin, and I want to lose touch with reality.
Or close to the highway. There's a place nearby where I used to work that sells apple fritters, so you're never going to go that bad.
Go get an apple fritter. You're getting too ravenous.
Half an hour away.
Again, I have an overall point.
Okay, I'll listen. I'm listening.
No, but the alone thing is different because we are communal animals, and then it's good to and that's most people quit because of loneliness, not because of anything else. But but I'm talking about I just dawned on me I should take my family to a place that has no technology whatsoever, and we have nothing to do, and we should spend a long weekend, 4 days, whatever we can do. Longer would be better.
It takes longer
of just being there day after day and occupying our own without having entertainment. And then go back to what our what we evolved, our brains evolved, which is nothing.
It's called Uno Summer. It's what I did. We had no technology in the camper.
Digital detox.
I would sit with my parents, so I had a choice.
I
had the only choice I had to do during the summer of what I could do is swim in the ocean or play Uno with my mom and dad. That was it. Those are your choices for fun. So you would stay at the beach all day. You would come home. You'd play some hands of Uno with your mom and dad. You'd eat dinner, but that's all you would do.
And
we would swim all day. We paint rocks. There's nothing. You got to find little things.
Walk down the beach and collect shells. Dig a hole.
We end up now as adults just smoking a lot of weed.
Yeah.
I'll still dig a hole though if I get enough weed in me.
Dig a hole.
Love digging a hole high.
I put wind chimes up in the trees. You find a little weird project.
Well, where would you go? That's a great. Well, why don't you go to the cabin with your family?
It would be hard to force myself because we're so limited on how much time we have that it's almost forcing myself to do nothing. It's hard for me to do because
I like Costa Rica. I'm sure they have spots where you just you stay in a bungalow.
But in Costa Rica, I'd be doing the zip lining tours. I'd be seeing the volcano. I want to do.
They have there's an all-inclusive. There'll be all-inclusive digital detox things where you could just you'll go to the middle of Reno, Nevada, and you're in the desert. And you're just there's nothing around. There are packages for stuff like that if you want.
Okay, yeah, I think that is probably healthy for all humans to get away from any being having to wake up to do something every day of my life. You wake up and I have a specific laundry list of things I need to do, and there's no day you wake up with nothing to do.
I think
even on vacation
as a creative. You're a creator, and as a business person, it's good for you to do that every once in a while just to reset, and you'll come back with new ideas, and because your brain can shut off from the minutia of just running it, and then maybe you can reset and think about some new goals and some new targets or new projects that you'd like to do once you're away from the day-to-day. Of answering the emails and all that crap.
Hard to force yourself to do that, but I guess it's hard to do anything healthy.
I couldn't get rid of the porno. Honestly, I think about that. No, I think about that.
You can't bring your Oculus.
So your dad sets me up. I learned how to cook on the stove. I got my water bottles going to get some moisture in the air, and then I want to jack off. And then what am I just going to use my memories? Not good enough.
There's a problematic portrait of a Native American woman that might work. Framed behind the door. Which
I like them brown. I like them brown. Is she brown?
Well, what is she doing?
Oh, I love brown.
She's topless and
your dad's horny. He's got Native Indian photos.
We've been teasing him about it for years. It does not belong in the cabin.
Your dad has a horny cabin.
Well, he used to live there by himself for a couple of years before he met my mom.
Yeah.
And then they worked and made like trails in the nearby national park.
Yeah, every old man needs like a sexy calendar or
a
something.
titty painting.
Yeah.
Every old man needs a titty painting. I want a titty painting. We have one in our studio. There's a goddamn titty painting in there because we're real men.
And you're not allowed to have it in your house.
No, not allowed to have it. Although, you know what? We don't mention it. We don't take it down. The kids come over here. We don't say a word about it.
Yeah, my sons have never even... I don't think they've noticed.
Maisie hasn't said one word about it.
I don't think they've even looked, which is crazy. Like, the kids don't see a pair of tits.
No, they know it's there. And I bet you it's a formative memory when they're later adults. So when they're talking about growing up together under you, they're going to be like, yeah, what was up with that titty picture?
Going to Dad's office was awesome because they had that lady with the pig mask on with her big tits.
With her big tits. And now I have to dress up like a pig whenever I have sex with my husband.
And every goddamn Zoom meeting, I have to use my head to cover it so the client doesn't see.
And he has to stay very still. They're like, Tom, what do you think? He's like, frozen.
We have a painting from the old Peacock Room on Mills 50. Our friend used to own it. He gave it to us. And it's got a big titty in it, and Scotty would Zoom from home in the living room, and when his boss finally told him, like, I think you need to change this because we've been having meetings.
It's a bad representation of history.
A cupped bosom behind his head, and he never even thought about it. So he had to shift it.
We're trying to talk about Florida's Native Americans, and you have a titty painting.
You have a big old titty painting.
Well, this is Europe, and then no one would care.
But titty paintings. So let's talk about titty paintings for a hot minute.
Why don't we?
When I've told this story before about my friend Jeremy, and I watched his red-haired chef dad pumping his mom.
Okay.
And he had Playboys in his bathroom. I'd sneak out of his room, and I'd go into the bathroom and take these long dumps so I could read the Playboys and jack off in the bathroom, right? But
the toilet?
Yeah. That's all. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't think I sat on the toilet. I actually think I humped the carpet maybe on that. I don't know. The memory's foggy.
You're a carpet humper?
I was a carpet humper,
okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Call it frutting.
Yeah. And when things started coming out of it, I'd put a sock around it so it wouldn't get come on the carpet. It's not an animal. It's not a fucking animal. I put a sock on my flaccid penis, and I'd put it around my balls. I was doing it before the Chili Peppers were doing it. I contend I was doing it before the Chili Peppers were doing it.
That's called a modesty sock.
Also...
Really?
And when they do the intimate sex scenes.
That's what I would
Little pee-pee dogs are humpers. They like to hump things, and there's, it was like
it feels
a human
better.
pee-pee dog.
That's what they're billing me.
Are you happy now, comments? Is this enough for you?
Yeah, me and Lobster
first
Boy.
segment was Chico being serious. Now we're talking about humping carpets.
But the painting, back to the painting.
Okay.
The titty painting used to be a sign of freedom and true American wealth. If you went over to a friend's house, I have two friends, my buddy Jeremy and my buddy Penn, P-E-N. He was rich, super rich. And the super rich guy, his whole house was filled with naked lady paintings. Yeah. And you knew that his dad fucked. His dad had Corvettes. His dad had pinball machines. Yeah. His dad had gold chain around his neck. He had a Rolex. He was like, woo! He's like Ric Flair. His dad was like Florida,
doing
white
coke
trash,
and
rich,
paying for prostitutes.
Rich as fuck. And
you'd advertise your horniness. We've lost that in society. Where like you tell everybody, your neighbors, anybody that guests at your house, like, look how horny I am.
No, but it was a sign of. It was like a sign of virility or something. It was. It wasn't frowned upon.
Bachelor pads are generally like that. Like you'll have like a sculpted male nude sculpture somewhere. And
gay bachelors are the only one holding the horniness.
Yeah. But also like guys that aren't gay, like a Hugh Hefner. It's very popular for like a Hugh Hefner to have like a statue of like a veiny cock, and he's like, I got one of those in my pants, and this is a statue of like right, like it's
we're
like
all just like
thing.
Romans. It seems like a very Roman Spartacus thing to do.
But I think you are doing it. I think it was a sign of, and when I would see
virility.
These things, I would go over to other people's houses, and I remember kind of thinking Jeremy's house was like they had the naked lady painting. They had they played Aerosmith, which I'm like, Aerosmith, what the fuck is that? I'd listen to it like that's rock.
Fucking music.
That's metal. That's rock. I thought that was like devil music because my parents were my mom is religious and my dad, my dad's
Bluegrass?
like I like Waylon Jennings, he ain't like into like they had fantasy novels. They were the first people that I ever saw. When you go down in their pool room, there'd be the naked art, and then you'd see their books, and all their books were like books that, like, my dad ain't gonna read no goddamn dragon book.
I love
fucking
that.
dragon. My dad hated dragons.
Oh.
And they had all the fantasy books with all the naked ladies in them. They were all horny or house. They were just were they were
having key parties for sure.
They
were
also had
polyamorous polycule.
They also must have dabbled in the marijuana before I knew what it was, because they were incense people.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the first time I came in contact with, because if you think about it, nude art, Playboys, watching the chef dad pump the mom, fantasy art, fantasy books. These are I'm stereotyping a type of white person. You smoke a lot of weed, you got the vape, you got the damn incense burner with a dragon. They had it was a cone incense, and you lit the tip of it and put it out, and you put it inside the back of the dragon, and then it would come out as 2 nostrils.
I have a Baba Yaga hut, and I'll light the tip, and it's like the hut on the chicken legs.
But
you put it in, and the incense comes out in the chimney.
But even as a kid, you know what's funny? Even as a kid, I knew, without even knowing, I would look at all this stuff around me, and I'd be like, my mom wouldn't like this. Like, I knew.
Would you tell her about it? Did you tell her?
No, I kept it close to the vest because I wanted to keep going over there, right?
Yeah.
And if I told my mom, another thing I had over there too is because his dad was a chef. He made me my first grilled cheese with cheddar cheese. It didn't have American cheese in it. I remember taking a bite and being, what the fuck? Like cheddar cheese, real cheddar cheese, the first time you eat.
You're like, this is cheese?
I was like, this cheese is rotten as fuck. They're like, no, that's
so
real.
pungent.
They're like, this is real cheese, you fucking hillbilly. You little midget hillbilly.
I love it.
That is real.
What you're eating is oil.
I remember saying it to the mom, and the mom was explaining to me how the dad brought the cheese home from the restaurant they work at because it's fancy.
Did you grow to like it?
I loved it. Yeah. I got exposed to, if you really real talk, I got exposed to a lot of cool shit from Jeremy and his family.
I'm making a grilled cheese this afternoon. I can't wait.
Make them at night.
I grew up
making them at night.
Eating like Velveeta and like any cheese.
You ever had Velveeta?
In a plastic,
I have, yes.
The plastic fucking sleeve cheese like slices.
Were they Army? Wasn't that Army ration stuff?
Well, government.
No, it was white trash.
Government cheese. Isn't that government cheese?
No, it's just like my mom went to Winn-Dixie and got slices of American cheese.
Yeah.
In the goddamn pack. And then so I would feed it to my sons. And because my wife would give them real cheese so much that I'd feed it to my sons thinking they like it. And then I remember they were young when they were like, we don't like it when Dad makes eggs. And I realized because he didn't like, I would put the sliced, like Crystal would put the real cheddar cheese in the eggs.
Oh, these boys are cultured boys. These are cultured European. These are Euro boys. And you gave them some goddamn Central Florida bullshit. These are Euro boys.
And I'm like, I'm raising them different.
My mom, American, refused to give us American cheese. That was never allowed, but we would have it at our friends' houses, and I thought it was great.
Oh, if my dad went someplace and first of all, my dad
why did we get the worst fucking cheese?
And you'll understand this. My dad would have loved you, by the way, especially because you dress up like a woman. He'd love dressing up like a woman.
Oh, okay.
But my dad, he would call American, he would say regular cheese is gay, and any cheese on a hamburger is gay.
Hold on.
He would have been like, that's gay. It's not his thing.
I got an idea. As America, let's take cheddar. They can't fucking defend themselves. We're taking cheddar, and cheddar cheese will now be called American cheese, and it'll be cheddar.
How spicy do you go with your cheddar?
Huh?
My kid is going out of control.
Sharp.
Yeah,
extra sharp.
Yeah, extra sharp. Maisie goes extra sharp. I'm like,
White.
you little Euro kid. I'm such a Florida trash.
You can't do the orange because the orange is a color. Did you know that? They're coloring your cheese orange.
So I get the white cheese?
So the white cheese is the one without the coloring.
Okay. That's what I'll get from now on.
I like the color. I like
changes the taste.
I like artificial flavoring. Okay, before we're going to break, Brendan, I want to talk to you about a story I saw, and I want to find out how, I guess, popular is this, or have you ever heard of it? So, have you ever heard of mixed orientation marriages? So,
like lavender marriages?
No.
Well, do you know what a lavender marriage is before you say no?
Oh, I have no idea. What is that?
Like one straight, one gay?
Oh, yes!
Yeah.
That's why I'm here, folks. That's why I'm here, folks.
Yeah, so lavender.
No. What the hell
I
are you
think that's
talking
from
about?
the 50s, lavender marriages. I think that's what a holdover from that.
So,
yeah.
So
just like a log cabin Republican is a gay Republican, right?
Yes.
Because there are all these weird, like, hidden gay phrases out there.
Yeah.
Like, in, like...
No, so
don't like log cabin.
this is, and yes,
We don't like those.
No, right. I was a character on a David Cross cartoon back in the day.
Okay.
One of the best characters ever on a
I
cartoon.
bet funny, because you're like, why?
Oh, it was ahead of its
You don't
time.
understand.
so this is a little
Ahead of
bit-
its time.
Like, I guess the current version of this, I read this article, and the current version of this is a little different than, like, you know.
Well, I don't
guess-
know what any of it is, so please explain.
Well, because I've always heard of like gay men will marry a straight woman, but as a facade because
and then they
like,
come out and-
because obviously like we're way less accepting of
My
any-
arch nemesis right now is that. Yeah,
What-
I'm not going to name names.
Hold on, name the name.
No, I
Don't
won't.
tell me that.
No,
Name any name.
No, not out nobody.
my God.
Outing, that's one thing I like. I'm very open book. I love it, but you can't out people. That's awful.
you can out me. I'll let
But he's a terrible,
you out.
he's a terrible person.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is a little different where it's acknowledged and they're open about it.
So, okay.
So-
So if a gay man marrying straight woman, but they know that each is what they are.
Yes, and
Okay.
everybody around them knows, and they talk about it openly.
Yeah, because
You
they're
know?
probably like best friends.
Yes, and then so they
So
describe
there's
it.
love there.
So they
Yeah.
described it as like, hey, we met each other, we were friends, and then they formed this bond
Yeah.
that we realized. And then I started looking deeper into this, and it's like, okay, we're in 2026.
John and Liam.
The what? So I knew their name there. Say their last name.
I just kidding. I'm sorry, John. I'm sorry.
And because really,
Take that, Bustucker.
I didn't mean it.
if you break it down and you take the goddamn religious bullshit out of it and whatever, marriage is just a business partnership, like where you
Yeah.
you go
if you're together, like yes.
and it's just a life partnership. You find a partner. It's easier.
Also, none of my business.
I also
what-
don't
yeah.
necessarily 100% believe in marriage. I know a few people that have gotten
That's
married.
why we like you, extra horny. We know it. We know it.
They're like best friends, right? So like if they're together all the time, a man and his fruit fly. I know we're not supposed to say fruit fly, but like there's a lot of really just strong.
Was that derogatory?
I guess it is, but like a woman.
God, I miss calling people fruit flies. I'm gonna write that down. That's good as hell, man. Oh my God.
Apparently
that's so
I
people
know a
don't
lot
like
of fruit
it
flies. I'm going to call them fruit flies now. Because they didn't know I knew that. Now I know.
Yeah.
They just love, like, there are a lot of women that just prefer the company of gay men.
Yes.
Which, I understand.
Do gay men don't get offended because you almost become like an accessory or a toy or like a...
It depends on the relationship.
Right.
I've been that too, the token gay friend.
Have you ever had to call somebody out on it and be like, no, I don't
Yeah.
want to just be doing gay shit all the time for the sake of being gay?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's why I stopped doing Jim Colbert. But I...
God, this guy's got his fucking sharp knife on him today. He's got to go. You heard that?
Hey,
Yeah. Jesus, God.
we're all radio family, right? We can talk.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. He's a big
Sorry,
boy.
sorry, Jim.
It's good. It's
He
fine.
doesn't care.
Not my story.
So let me back on anyway.
Cheddar cheese.
Cheddar cheese.
We'll take it.
Cut that out. Cut that out. I didn't say it. Hey.
Let's take Gouda, too.
What was I
sorry.
saying? And what was I saying?
Fruit flies? I know what that means. No, well,
He's
Yeah.
so happy.
I think there's a lot, whatever works for you. If
Yeah.
you're not having sex, whatever. I know a lot of straight married people are not having sex. So like,
okay, they'll get
Yeah.
this bread.
Okay. Why'd you say okay? He said okay.
they're entering a relationship as two adults who love each other and respect each other, and then they
Have a
just
good
want to build
time.
a life together,
Yeah.
but have sex with other people.
It's easier to go through life with a partner.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
you've said this before.
You know what I'm saying? Who cares
I agree.
who it is? Like, and so I'll even dive further into this because I started thinking about this and I'm looking at this and then like,
Are you going gay about it?
in the no. Well, here's the thing.
He's wearing
because
leather.
Here's what works. I could marry a lesbian. You see what I'm saying? Because
Walk me through it because I'm not
because it
really
only-
picking up everything you're laying down, but I'm willing to learn.
It only works these ways, by the way. It doesn't work any other combination. So
For you?
No, for anybody, really.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you how it works. Well, like a straight woman has to marry a gay man.
I love
and
Tom
then-
math.
And then a
Tom
straight,
relationship math is my favorite. Okay, listening.
Our straight man can marry a lesbian and follow me here.
Okay, I'm following you.
Okay,
Because
so-
you could share.
well, because now, like, I was like, well, if I did marry a lesbian, imagine how good my life would be. Like, I'd be able to watch the shows I want to watch because I'd be able to watch all the sports documentaries that I've been missing, like the Elway.
But it's going to be a lot of Pride. Orlando Pride is you're going to watch a lot of Orlando Pride.
Yeah, sports.
Yeah.
We'll talk fantasy football.
But it is women's sports. Yeah. Keep that in mind.
We'll talk, yeah.
Have you only been in one relationship? The chat just said you've only been in one relationship.
Yes.
Now they're doing it. I didn't do that. I want the record to reflect I didn't do that.
Oh, do what?
Bring up that he's only had one relationship.
Is that banned?
And then...
I mean, some would say.
I could hear people out there say, but Tom, she'll never want to give you a blowjob. And to that, I say, I got that now. All that for that.
You know what? I'm going to applaud that.
But if you're not having sex with each other anyway, it's just open and you just want to do fun things together.
Or what if you're asexual? I have friends that are not into sex. I have friends that are not into having it. I don't see anything wrong with hitching your wagon to a best friend to have a companion.
Yeah, but I could find a lesbian that's on the spectrum of closer to willing to have sex with a guy, even though they
why don't you just
take it or leave it?
Why not just a bi person?
Huh?
Why can't they just be bi? Why don't you just marry a bi girl?
Don't like sports enough.
Yeah, he's trying to thread the needle here. He's trying to have everything.
Megan Fox.
Is it possible
I need another dude to hang out with you, but it needed to be a woman.
Would it be possible for you to hang out with a dude woman who likes sports, but then knows that
what's a dude woman?
Like a lesbian, but I'm just... there's words for these things. I don't know why I said dude woman.
Because then you get everything and the sex, even though she don't like it that much, but again, there goes the wife joke.
But is it possible to find a lesbian that would be... Because there's a lot of
Y'all
things...
just keep saying find a lesbian like there's a lesbian library.
There might be. But follow
there's
me
a Cabbage Patch of lesbians.
Like, we all do things for our significant other that we don't necessarily want to do. Is it possible to find a lesbian that would hitch their wagon to you? You guys have a great relationship.
What are you bringing to the lesbian
and then once a month you do get a blowjob because they're like, I understand.
It's just business.
Yeah, I understand.
What are you bringing to the lesbian relationship?
You'll eat it.
What is she getting from being in a
relationship? She don't even want...
Well, you could put a strap on backwards and you could...
You look like you have soft skin.
I'll do anything. On that element, I'll do anything.
Okay, here's what I would do.
What if she wants to peg you?
No.
Oh,
I don't know if I can do that.
See, there's got to be a give and take.
Well, okay, you know what I'll do for her? I will jack my dick while I'm backing into her with a strap on.
That's love.
No, but that's
love.
That is love. I'm talking amazing about that this morning.
The point being...
Lavender.
I can see this math work. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
And then it's like in...
I know people who are in a W relationship. Have you heard of that?
What is that?
It's like they're open-ended. It's like a series of couples. None of them overlap. So it's like these two people are married, and then this person has a relationship with this person. This person has a relationship with this person, and that third person over here has another relationship.
Are they straight or gay?
So they call it an open W.
Okay.
I guess they're all kind of bi.
Okay.
Yeah. It's all like it's it's open.
It's horny.
It's open.
Yeah, that's what it is.
There's a million different
I hope
types.
they're all on Doxy Prep or something. You know what that is?
Is that
to keep AIDS away?
Well, no, like the other things.
Oh, like herpes,
gonorrhea. And
is that still
syphilis.
going around?
Oh yeah, there's super
really?
herpes,
oh
super syphilis,
God.
super gonorrhea.
I've been slinging my thing at all the parks. I've been going to all the parks.
So there's a medication that can.
I saw you at Club Orlando.
Yeah, well, might have been me.
There's a medication that can block all the other STDs.
Yeah, Doxy Pep. Doxy Pep. I think that's what it's
what an awesome world we live in.
You take it as soon as you're done. You take it, you pop it. It's like a morning after, but for STDs. It's not a cure all, but a lot of the gays.
But it'll help. It'll help.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's an issue because now it's increasing risky behavior. Like you're seeing a lot more.
Well, of course.
I guess I'm going to say,
if you make parachutes cheaper, there's going to be more skydivers. That's you're an idiot.
When the airbag came out, I'm hitting the gas. What the fuck?
My dad did. You know what's so funny? When the airbag came out, my father was like, "No more seatbelt." All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Then you don't have to worry about nothing.
You can get it from Hymns, you get those ads? Hymns?
Oh, yeah, I love him.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah, so
I'm
they
on
do
all
all those
their. I'm
other
on all their.
Spraying my hair powders, everything.
I fucked it up though. I sprayed my
Oxybit.
boater with the hairspray.
You just have to email them, and some fucking email doctor gives you whatever you want.
It's me, Dr. Nick from The Simpsons.
By the way, by the way, Hims and a lot of other internet, doctors have exposed that doctor is not that big of a deal. I'm sorry. It used to be like once you get your boner medication from an email doctor, and then whatever else, weed, all the shit, you're just like, okay, well,
It's not a doctor. It's someone who lost their license and they're just signing papers somewhere.
It doesn't matter. You've knocked the term doctor down a peg in society. Because now they're the same as you.
She'll talk. If anyone's listening out there, going to get it. Make sure you talk to your doctor because, oh my gosh, you don't know what that crap's going to do to your body after you're doing it because they're not tracking.
I am talking to the email doctor. He's a doctor.
You got people attacking you in the chat room.
Oh, no, I don't give two shits.
Ryan says Tom mentioned he got his minoxidil for his bald spot from Hims, and that's how he knows so much about it.
Yeah, I said it on the show. What
Did it work?
I stopped doing it.
Oh, okay.
Because it took
It was
my
a bald spot on his ass.
Because
I couldn't get a boner after that, but then that made me
because it's not a real doctor.
No, I'm joking.
That's hilarious. Our buddy Clark is using the minoxidil. He did email us because his tugboat, I think, is in the path of this big winter storm.
Oh, I thought that was a euphemism.
No. He's actually a tugboat captain.
Okay.
And he's been taking minoxidil and putting it on his beard, and his mustache is out of control.
Whoa.
He has a curly, swirly mustach now, like a.
But what's it doing? Is it hormone stuff? Like, what's it doing to your body to make hair grow?
We don't know. It's just making him grow more hair.
It's magic.
Don't play with your hormones.
Put the chemicals. It's the future.
No, you get cancer.
Have you ever jacked off at a national park?
Yes.
Of course.
I'm the only one here that has not.
You haven't?
Have not.
Have you had? Well, I've had sex at a.
No, I've never had
jacking
sex.
off was part
I've
of
never
it.
had sex at a national park.
Well, I've never done that.
I fucked on one of your camping trips.
Yeah.
I did
In a
that.
tent?
In a tent, yeah.
Yeah.
I love tent fucking.
I used to live in a national park in Banff, Alberta. It's in a park.
Oh, you live there?
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Like, how do you live in a national park?
It's a little town, a little ski town in the national park, and it's
Oh, okay, so you lived in a town inside the park.
in the national park, yeah. And it was it's like a Banff Springs hotel. It's like it looks like a castle. I met Robin Williams there once.
Whoa.
What was that? He left his bag of Coke under the table.
Oh my God.
And we all did the
Obama
Coke
was
after.
with
We all did it. Robin Williams Coke. He was sitting with a table full of Hawaiian Tropic girls at Banff Springs for like a big symposium, and I was working on the banquet
Hawaiian
staff.
Tropic was huge. Ron Rice.
Oh, yeah.
Massive.
It was so fun. It was crazy. Yeah. And
No
then
shit.
they were doing so much Coke, they just like left a bag.
And then you guys all did his
Oh,
Coke?
all the staff.
And
Yeah.
it was good Coke.
It was crazy. Yeah. That was when I used to, when I,
Party hard.
yeah.
Wow, Brendan. How many lives have you lived?
I was skinny, so I didn't have to worry about Coke.
Well, that's why you were skinny. Let's get back to Coke.
Yeah.
Let's get back to chemicals.
Yeah, national park.
All right.
You guys want to marry some lesbians and do some Coke? I'm in.
Yeah.
Let's take a break.
Yes,
when
sir.
we come back, we've got...
I'm a journalist.
Speaking of journalists...
I'm a lawyer.
I want to find out about the Lake Eola Swans.
Update.
I'm on the shit list for that.
Are you really? We'll talk about it a little bit. The name of the artist is Big Special. I believe they're from England. Name of the song is Slug Life. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time right after this. I think you'll like this.
There's diesel in
my pick of the week.
Generator. There's no coffee on my grounds. I'm sleeping in the elevator.
Injured on the go? Just call Mo, justcallmo.com. If you are injured, he will take care of you. I mean, look, if you're on the BDM page, you know that you ask a question, Mo responds. Mo's a listener to the show.
He's too fast to respond. Dude, go be with your family. Go be with your family, man. You don't need to be...
Yeah.
But he's so nice. He's very, very nice man. And I've asked him privately, just message him before, and he will answer you. He will.
Yeah,
That's a real thing.
And so definitely use him if you're injured on the go and call him, and he will handle you you and handle your situation. But here's another thing. If you're not injured, just become a Just Call Mo VIP, and you get a card in the mail. Like, he just had his birthday, Mo DeWitt, the other day, and he invited all his VIPs to come have free chicken parm at a restaurant.
Yes.
Like, he does this all the time. Busdecker and him put these events together, and they give free stuff out all the time.
Bus is like a private party planner, man.
No, yeah.
Like, that guy's just planning party after party.
Dinners, lunches, events.
Ice cream meetups, fun spot, theme park stuff.
Like that Enzion Christmas event they had, they hired a really pro Santa, free pictures.
It's like the greatest Santa in Orlando, and my daughter's doing dance moves in front of him and getting a private photo shoot.
Yeah, like a free screening of Elf at the Enzion, and like all that was free for everybody, and then for who's a Just Call Mo member.
Well, they had cookie
VIP
decorating
member
out there. They had other giveaways and tchotchkes they were handing people.
I talked to Busdecker. He's doing multiple events. One really cool one that's coming up that we're going to be a part of. But he's constantly doing charity events. I'm sure he's going to do his bowling events again.
But sign up, become that member. You get a metal card with your name on it. It's kind of cool. But then you are in.
And then they'll email you all the events. So you don't have to even, it'll come to you. All the information comes to you. And what he wants to do is curate an awesome community of people, and you can take advantage of this. Not that you want to take advantage of Mo. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he wants the more the merrier.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the more the merrier.
I think you're onto something. I bet you, though, if you ask Mo, he said, like, I wouldn't do this if I didn't want people to do.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be standing there by himself with a bunch of metal cards and nobody eating his chicken parm. I'll tell you that right now.
He wants to give this out.
And we've said this before, but take the law, all of that, and just take it out of the equation for just 1 second. He's just a good dude.
Yeah,
he's a good human being, and you go meet him, go say hi to him, and then if something does happen where your family needs him, then you have a good guy on your side.
Yeah,
there you go.
Mo helped me and Daniel personally like 15 years ago.
I was so scared.
And just it's just an awesome dude.
So scared, and we were in. He literally ordered pizza for us and held me like a baby. Said it's gonna be okay, Dan.
We will follow him to hell.
Yep.
It's justcallmo.com.
With my half a heart for you.
There you go. That's Timmy Skelly with Half Heart. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. Let's talk a little bit about...
I'm Brendan.
Jeff's Bagel Run.
Yeah.
Me and Daniel's...
I'm addicted to it.
And my family has requested multiple times.
Yeah.
They're like, because every time we go and do a video at Jeff's and stuff, I'll bring bagels and spreads.
It's getting you to eat stuff you don't even know you like. This guy's wolfing down kimchi bagels.
They do kimchi bagels?
Yeah, I don't know.
Brendan,
it's like a one-off.
Good. It was a one-off. They're going to bring it back, though. It was so good.
I'll fuck with it.
It's so good. All of their weirdo bagels, I love their weirdo bagels. Those are becoming my favorite ones.
And now I'm just buying the fresh, daily made spreads to bring home to my wife because she uses them as dips.
Get the tub.
Yeah. It's just so good. And now we're going to go next Friday to the grand opening of the new Jeff's Bagel Run.
In Colonial Town?
Yeah.
Oh, one more thing that I need to say about Jeff's, and I'm probably going to do a video about this, and I'm just going to call my shot right now. They have some of the best cookies, low-key, that you don't know about. Because they do the old-school grandma sheet cookies. Where the whole pan is as big as, commercial-grade pan. kind of like the sheet cookies that the nice lunch lady would give you where it's all candy in it.
Yeah.
It's not really a cookie. It's more like a baked candy bar.
It's got a little crunch in it.
Yeah, oh, my God. And they do a sugar cookie that you can only get at Christmas, so it's done.
Oh.
But that is low-key the greatest cookie in Orlando, but you can't get it now. But you can get s'mores and I think chocolate chunk.
Yeah.
And they're very good. The sugar cookie one is the best one. But nobody ever... I was curse. I'm trying not to curse during the ad. Nobody talks about their cookies. Me and Maisie say that for a no-frills, like literally just an easy-breezy no-frills cookie, the cookie bar from Jeff's is the one you get.
Yum.
So there you go. I've said it.
So, what's up with the Swans, Brendan?
Yeah. Why are they dying?
Why are you getting backlash?
You know what I was worried about? I was worried about Tom. You were stomping around at Hontu Island with the avian bird flu all over your sandals, and I didn't want you going over to your mother-in-law's house and getting their bird sick because this bird flu is real shit.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah,
it's in Canada.
It's happening.
I don't care about no stinky bird flu.
So it's
I don't care nobody. Stinky ass bird.
thank you for someone saying that article. So I wrote a huge article. It's probably one of the longest articles I've ever written. In depth, investigative.
Long
journalism.
doesn't mean it's got to have blood in it. As Ron Jeremy, it can be long, but if there's no blood in it,
Well, if you hold the base, then
Ron Jeremy has to squish the base of his cock to put it in the teen.
So, I'll just say that.
Pushes the teen.
He's in jail.
He is in jail.
So why? So what was the overall?
I don't know what
I
to
guess
say
expose of this article that pissed people off.
And do you know that the day they found the swans, the 23rd, 22nd?
Yeah.
I was there that morning because my hack for the lights around Lake Eola was to get my family up at 5 and go there early because nobody's there.
Nice.
And we walked around and we saw the swans sleeping.
Oh.
They weren't sleeping. Maisie and I have photos of
They were
us
dead.
posing, and in the background there's dead swans.
So, okay. So I have to precede this by saying avian influenza is a seasonal thing. It comes every year. This year it's a very strong strain, and it's really taking a toll on birds across the country.
All right.
And since it's seasonal and it's really in wild birds, it came in with these migratory birds that came down from the north to hang out at Lake Eola, right? We don't know which bird it was. We can't lay the blame on any of them.
So these are foreigners coming into our Lake Eola. We need bird ice. We need bird ice.
Build a bird wall. That's what I hear.
We need swans with masks on, and they're kicking people's doors down.
Justin Stamper from Zombie House Flipping was on the show when we were talking about it, and he said the same thing. Build the bird wall.
Bird ice.
The immigrants.
God damn it.
Immigrant birds.
Yeah, we're
Not that original.
just a couple of old hacks.
No, you're very original. I just wanted you to know. So they're dying, and I spoke with Andrew Marshall, who was the Swan docent. He was in charge of the Swan volunteer program, not an employee. He was just like a head volunteer, and he had the receipts. He had all of these emails because he's been working with the city for 2 years, helping to run this program and look after these swans. And so all of the other news outlets were writing about all these swans dying from bird flu, and then they would just leave it like that, and Patty did a conference on the 29th of December.
Patty Sheehan,
Commissioner Patty Sheehan.
Because Tom would have thought Patty Mayonnaise from the cartoon dog. who went on to be one of the better characters in Orange is the New Black. You can look it up. Patty Mayonnaise, Orange is the New Black.
So, and then she gave a talk, and she was like, "Don't worry about bird flu. The only way to if you don't want to get it, don't eat bird poop. And I was like, well, that's a pretty flippant way to describe
I like
it.
that.
Okay,
but I love dismissing things.
And then Andrew Marshall came out, and he was.
I eat bad poop.
He shared all these videos and photos on Facebook, on social, and his wife did too, basically saying we've known about this coming up since the beginning of the month, and the city hasn't done anything about it.
Cover up.
And we have emails, we have necropsies, I have access to all this information, and the city's kind of, covering it up. And nobody was picking it up. So I knew Andrew because I had done a story on him when I was at Bungaholer about Lola the Swan, a swan that he had rescued, and he just looks after now. And he had launched a nonprofit with his wife where they look after wild birds in and around downtown Orlando because nobody else looks after them.
Right.
There are wild swans on other lakes that the city doesn't touch because they're unclipped. They just do what they want.
Okay.
And so if something gets sick, neighbors get sad, and the city doesn't do anything about it. So he launched a nonprofit with his wife, and they pay for vet bills for to help these birds out.
Wow.
And so they had gotten a call at the beginning of December because a goose got sick, a goose named Hope that apparently everybody loves. I never heard of her before.
Big fan of Hope the goose.
And they paid for Hope to go to the vet. Hope was
paid for her to also get a mammogram and to also get her yearly gynecological exam.
Of her
which I feel like this program, I can put my money behind.
Of her little swan cloaca.
Yeah.
And so they Hope came through okay, but it turned out that Hope had bird flu. And so Andrew was like, "Hey, city, why haven't we have bird flu? maybe at the lake we should be putting some things in place to look after these swans and make sure that they don't get sick. There's some things we could do, and nothing happened. And
could you stop the spread of it if you?
You can slow it, and then there's something that you can add to their food. It's called bacillin. I might have said that wrong. Which is like a powder, and it can help ease the symptoms.
Is that powder they have on Facebook for your dog's teeth? You put the green powder on their teeth.
I don't get that.
Turns their teeth white.
Am I being too dry? Is this boring?
No.
I can fast forward. Fast forward. I have all these receipts. It turns out I did a deep dive. Every time I would find a new email, I would pull on a string. It turns out like the water quality isn't great at Lake Eola, and everyone's always saying, well, the water's gross. And I was like, well, I'll talk to an expert and get them to analyze the water quality data that's publicly available through the county. What does that look like? And that expert was like, well, I'll be honest. Please don't use my name. I had to make them anonymous because they do city contracts.
You should start making up funny names, like I do. I do that. Yeah, like Grundle Brunch.
I just said anonymous. Yeah, I'm so stupid.
And what did he say?
She said, I don't want to gender because I'm sure there's not many female experts out there that do this, but she.
But don't you dare. No, if it's not a girl, don't you dare give a woman credit if she didn't do it. We need men.
It's a good old boy club, She said, a lake of this size would probably only be able to handle 2 swans.
I read that.
Without it polluting the lake, and then but there's 60 swans, sometimes 80 at that lake, and she said when there's that many, the poop ruins the water. It hurts, and then you get algae, and then when there's algae, they spray for the algae to kill the algae, and what they're using to spray the algae.
So what we have here is a Chico Bean security blew up the bathroom scenario.
Yeah, and they're high in copper, and so there's lots of copper in the algae side that they're using, and then she was like, and I bet, if it's too high, that can cause liver toxicity. And then I asked the docent, have you ever seen any high copper in any of these necropsies that you're handling? And he was like, well, yeah, actually, yes, we just had one in 2024, and nobody knew why the copper was so high.
And I'm not willing to ask any questions about it.
And the expert was like, anyway, long story short, I wrote a really big article looking at all of these emails with the city, the timeline that they're saying that they had, and it was all manufactured. They knew in early December they could have been doing something to help slow the cause of the swans, but they didn't do anything because they heard it from a volunteer, not a city staff member.
Gotcha.
There's not a person in charge of the swans at the city. There's not one person. Right. It's just this shared responsibility.
So what they were waiting on is almost an impossible thing.
We need a swan czar.
Well, we have a city beekeeper, but we don't have a city swan keeper. That's crazy to me. There has to be one person in charge of their care. Yes.
We have bees? We have city bees?
Yes.
Hold on. Well, that's a waste of money.
What do they do? What do the city bees do?
They work with the Black Bee Honey folks, which is that kids' education working program out of Paramore Kids Zone, where they actually buy wholesale honey and then rebottle it and sell it as Black Bee Honey. But they have a couple of hives that they learn to care for.
Okay, I got you.
And then they make a mayor's honey. They'll have 10 bottles at the end of the year, and then they give it to people who supported them through the year.
Not a lot of honey.
Hold on, who named it Black Bee Honey? Because I feel like you could have called it Paramore Bee. Who knows?
They did. The kids did. Through the program.
We're black. We're calling it Black Bee Honey.
Because I like the name. I'm just saying.
It's just crazy. The whole thing's crazy. The city's mad at me for writing.
I want a video of you asking the kids. You're like, hey guys, why do you call it black? They're like, we're black and we want to call it that.
Actually, that's literally what happened in my TV show when I did a segment with them. I asked them why it's called Black Bee Honey, and the girl was like, well, it's honey and we're black. That's what she said.
You're just like, Tom.
Okay.
Well, where's the white bee?
White kids don't want to learn how to look
at it. There it is. Yeah.
It's just, it took me 3 weeks to do that piece.
The white bee has queen as a Karen hair.
Actually, there's a tidbit from Patty. Patty, when she did her address, so she did a big press conference at the lake and said,
the Swan address.
She sent an email to the city with her speech to clear it with the communications people, and she was going to include a piece in her speech where she said park staff had gotten sick last time there was an outbreak, had contracted avian flu, And that was only because they didn't know the procedures to keep themselves safe. And then the city told her to take that out of her speech because they didn't want it to affect people going to the park.
I was down there.
And you went down there.
Yeah, and then my wife got bird flu. So she got the flu. Like, I'm not shitting you. She did get deathly ill.
500,000 people went to Lake Eola during the holidays because of the lights.
I was down there.
And they didn't put up warnings until after Christmas about the bird flu. And they knew that it was coming before Christmas.
Is this class action? Can I get some class action money?
I don't know. You'd have to prove you got bird flu.
Oh, I want some of that sweet, sweet Swan money. Oh, my God. Then I'll start a black beehive.
It's crazy. The whole thing's crazy. It was deeper than I thought it would go.
I dropped my hot dog in the grass.
And ate it.
I'll eat it. I'll eat it.
Because I'll eat anything off the grass.
Me too.
Like goddamn bird flu poo-poo on it.
And they got rid of all the volunteers. So now the volunteers, because they spoke out, the volunteers aren't allowed to interact with
that's
the
what you do.
anymore.
Whenever you have people speaking out against you and you're their boss, you fire them. That's how you stop them from speaking out.
It's sad. And then now I just wrote a piece yesterday, Lake Davis, which is south of the 408 on the other side, they had 3 birds die of avian flu. And then this volunteer who's not allowed to interact with the swans anymore, Andrew Marshall, went there with his nonprofit and was trying to care for it. He had to pay for the necropsy with the neighbors, and they knew that it's bird flu. So from this guy, they found out that bird flu had moved into this other urban lake nearby. He sent that information to the city, and the city sent out a warning, but they didn't say anything about him because they hate him right now because he's making a big stink about the bird flu. They just said, a resident told us, hey, there's bird flu.
Do you worry you're getting too close? You're going to wake up with a swan head in your bed? I'm serious. Do you worry? There's a little bit of truth in that. Do you worry that when you do this kind of journalism, because you are a journalist, please take the compliment, you do a good job. Scotty was talking about this. Bus was talking about this. Anybody that I know that read the article said you did a really good job of like really, really making sure that what you were saying was truthful.
I have a little post-it on my laptop that says, write about the climate, not the weather. And it's like, you want to, like, what's the bigger picture, you know? And that's something I'm trying to take to heart with this new thing that I own.
Yeah.
You know, is what is the
We're
bigger
doing
picture?
a good job, but do you worry that that some of the access you have, because we do live in a time where sometimes if you are bucking the system, and I've never seen this before.
I'm being punished.
They'll shut you down. They'll be like, well, no longer. Yeah. You have no more access to me.
Listen, if I'm running the Tom Van Lake Chemical Company.
Why don't you do Tom Van's Black Honey? Black Children Honey.
Let's just say in an alternate universe, the higher-ups at Clear Channel were right. I became a bug man. But then I eventually worked my way up to the owner
King of the Bugs.
The owner of the Bugman Chemical Company, right?
Yeah. And become the orchid now.
And so I'm sending my guys out there. They're dumping the chemicals in Lake Eola. Yeah. They're dumping it because I'm getting pressure from the goddamn city, because the city's one of my biggest clients.
And you're training these guys like Spectrum reps, you know, like barely trained. They put the magnet on the side of the car. They're off. They got the chemicals.
Charles is one of my employees. He's out there, and I'm like, fucking just dump 10 times the chemicals in there. We gotta get rid of the algae. I got a body tire up my goddamn ass.
That happened in '96. A guy who didn't read the label dumped in too much chemicals, and he killed 100 swans.
Oh, yeah.
100 birds died.
And I'm telling him, get that goddamn swan corpses and put them in the garbage bag.
You gotta tie
oh my gosh, that's what happened. Sorry, I skipped
wait a
over
minute.
it.
So Tom's fake idea is what happened at the Swans?
Recently.
What the fuck?
Recently.
I think like these people.
You think like a 1990s bug man.
So there was.
Oh my God,
we had
Linda was right. You have the mind of a 1996 orchid.
We had an outbreak in 24 where like a bunch of swans died. I can't remember. Maybe 6. It wasn't as many.
Yeah.
But some died.
Yes.
And then so we thought maybe there's like a standard operating procedure now for staff, city staff, in dealing with sick swans. What happens if there's a sick swan? What do you do? I asked the director of parks that. You can hear the clip of me asking her, and she was like, oh yeah, we definitely have an SOP. It took them 2 weeks to send it to me. And it's basically what this volunteer wrote up in an email for them to do. Like they just made it up. And it just made it up because the first 2 swans that died in December, The city staff just threw in garbage bags and threw out. They didn't record anything. They didn't tell anybody. They just found 2
That's what
dead
I would
swans.
do. That is what I would do.
It's crazy.
I've thrown up swans here. I found dead swans at the front when I'm opening the studio, and I just bag them and throw them.
No, like there has to be a procedure.
No
Otherwise,
paper
what are
trail.
we doing? You know, it's a city program.
No, like thoughts. I let them pass. I don't interfere. I just let the thoughts pass in the night.
It's crazy. Sorry, I'm too deep in it. I'll let it go.
When I was in middle school in Miami, I had a really poor friend, and I used to hang out at his apartment complex. And one time his dog got out and got hit by a car, and it was on the. And then
that'll kill Nintendo time. Wow,
I think we had to go
over there playing Zelda.
And then we had to go look.
Then you ate it?
No, we had to go look for it, and then I was like,
so racist. I love you.
We found it dead in the middle of Kendall Drive.
Oh, wait, he was Chinese?
And then they were crying and whatever. And they sent me over there, and I just picked it up. I put it in a garbage bag.
The emotionless one will do it. He'll do it. Where's that stone cold murder kid?
No.
And then we walked over to a field and we threw it.
You've never told this story.
I think I have told the story.
No.
I whipped it around my head and I threw it into the bushes.
Why you, though?
Because they were crying about it. And they were like, what do we do? I'm like, throw it in the bushes. I was
Wait, you offered this solution?
I was 11 years old. I didn't know what to do with it.
You weren't bothered at all?
Huh?
You weren't bothered at all?
Well, it wasn't my dog. I didn't have any emotional attachment
I think you're
to
a
it.
serial killer.
Yeah, this guy,
no.
he has layers that are weird.
No, I didn't want to do it. But
Sounds like you did.
No,
you were smiling and laughing.
Everybody in the chat room seems to think you would be the best helicopter machine gunner. Because there's literally no attachment. You're just killing everything.
Did you keep a little keepsake of the
It's
dog?
not my fault. They told me to burn it down.
How easy would it be for you to release the napalm?
Do you still have his collar?
Well, so
It's a little keepsake. You keep it
No, he doesn't care
in
about
a box
it.
under his bed.
I don't think you've told that story.
I have. I told this.
Ever
You can go back and
remember
find
the
it.
old like the
I remember
like,
when
hey, emotionless man, come here.
And I told it on the podcast. It was a Friday free show, and it was an old studio.
My God.
Anyway,
You'd be great at a zombie apocalypse.
Chat room says you'd be a great Gold Star ICE officer.
Oh, that's nice. I met a
Just
gay.
shooting 3 times through the window, no big deal. Just
I
drag
met a
him
gay ice guy the other day.
Oh.
You met a gay ICE?
Yeah, I did, and I didn't know how to handle it.
Was he cute? He's probably
really cute.
Yeah,
really
muscly.
handsome, tall, and then his boyfriend was telling me because he's like a state trooper, but he's like having to do all the ice stuff too. He has to do both.
Oh, I like it when they Porky Pig with their bulletproof vest on.
Yeah.
Or this is for the female
What are we
cop
talking
version
about?
of it. Anyway, the gay ice would be the different, but same thing. Porky Pig, bulletproof vest.
What are you saying right now?
No, there's a category where you can get like
female officers
just bulletproof vests,
and then they'll frog it with a bulletproof vest on.
So
and keep their top on.
I speak fluent Tom. What he was saying to you is that there is a fantasy within of gay man, giant boner, just bulletproof.
Just bulletproof.
Right? Is that what you were saying?
It's the
Just
gay
bulletproof.
version of my female cop.
But if it's an ice vest, you can't. That's taboo.
Does that kill your boner? Does that kill your boner?
Yeah. And an ice vest?
But it's Velcro. You just rip it off and get the...
Oh, and then beat him up?
It makes it better.
Oh, yeah.
So,
like a Nazi
Or
thing?
what if he's like treating me like ice? Like beat me up and deport me with your dick.
I bet they're into that.
So back
with your dick
to the danger of this, Brendan. So back to Tom Van Bugman.
Well, there is some truth.
The
in
city
that
says there's no danger. Does the city keep? And CDC says it doesn't travel between people yet. It hasn't happened. There's no recorded case of swan flu traveling between people, but people can get it from animals. Like if you step on poop, if you're around animals, I guess there's a droplet thing. If it's like spittle, you can get it from that. So just don't go near wild birds right now.
And then,
I was out there running with the wild birds when they were fresh.
I love
dead.
wild birds.
They were literally an hour dead. Maybe some of them were shallow
I'll
breathing.
try to hug any wild bird I see. I want it to be my friend.
I will literally.
I see a big ass gray heron. I'm like, oh shit! I wish that thing was in my backyard hanging out. My pop loved the herons that would come and feed him corn.
He'd be
and shit.
brokenhearted right now.
Yeah. Well, they're dying.
By the way, if I told my pop the news was reporting on dead swans, he'd be like, "What the fuck?" Why the news talk about
it's
this?
$5,000 a swan. Some of those swans, $5,000 they're paying.
That's how much the government
Some
is
of
paying.
them.
Could we buy a swan?
You can. Yeah, there's a program that you can donate to for their care. Allegedly, I'm still waiting for that I did an information
Who's
request to see
pocketing
where
that
money's-
money? You're getting closer, and you're going to end up.
And I'll end up dead.
You end up hurting yourself. Yeah.
Commissioner Sheehan has paid a lot of money out of her discretionary fund, to purchase swans.
You're not going to get hurt, but I do fear that we do live in a time when the closer you write about something that is reality and they don't like it, they will say, "Well, just no more access
I'm
for
writing
you."
about paid parking right now, which is super boring on paper.
Yeah.
But there's like a proliferation of paid parking lots in Mills 50. And it started with a couple, but now there's enough that now it's forcing people to have to privatize their lots to keep people because nobody wants to pay for parking, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, the more there are, people are avoiding the paid parking lots and they're going to where it's unpaid. So, like, Pig Floyd's is unpaid right now, and people are parking in his lot and not going to his restaurant, like, are going.
I'll show you one further.
Places.
I'll show you one further. What people are doing? People are going to Pig Floyd's and leaving dead swans in spaces that no cars are in, and claiming those spots for later in the afternoon.
Yeah, there's a money trail there that's weird. It's one company that's behind it all, and it's really
Swan Incorporated.
shifting what's happening in Mills 50. And then Mills 50 is also seeing a change in demographic because it's all the downtown kids are going to Mills 50, and they're not eating, they're just drinking. So it's like a 10-year age difference, and people who are going to Mills 50, they are fine with paying for parking because they're used to it downtown. So it's this whole shift in what was happening in Mills 50, and the restaurants are getting hit really hard because they're not eating, they're just drinking.
I did see a story about tons of restaurants closing. Even our BDM, someone made a post saying, have you guys seen all these restaurants that are closing?
Well, that's part of because the supply chain's so expensive with tariffs and things. If you're a Chinese restaurant and you're used to importing some of your supplies, crazy expensive now.
It is even eating out as a family.
Wine's
like
so expensive.
We eat as a family, and shit. When me and Crystal were drinking more,
Eat as a family and shit.
It is $150, but it's like even without drinks, it used to be reasonable, and then we've had to cut back. And Crystal's like, "God damn!" Like there's something about eating your money, like you're eating out too much and shit. So like you start pulling back, and that hurts a lot of restaurants. And like even a 10% pullback, and some of these restaurants have to close because of that.
Uber Eats is crazy. You're paying $40 for like a smoothie and something to get delivered to your house.
I won't
$40.
do it.
Well, it preys on our laziness.
I won't do it.
We're so lazy.
I'd rather starve.
So with I hope this is like the chair company, Brendan, where all of a sudden you're like, okay, I think the Swan story, and then someone's like, quit talking about the fucking Swan. And then you're like, what?
Have you had any of that?
Yeah, from the city. I got a call because they thought they hated that I got a hold of that email where they took the thing out of Patty's speech, and they're like, "This is uncorroborated. This isn't an official statement. This is an internal communication, and I hate that you're saying that I'm hiding something." And I was like, "You're literally hiding something. You took it out of a speech. That's hiding something." So,
I like that you have to explain that. Like that's insane that you have to be like, that thing that was in there that you were going to say that maybe you don't want to say because maybe it's powerful and means something.
The gaslighting was crazy, and she was so good at it, I almost was convinced that she was correct and I had somehow made a mistake.
Well, that's why she's a politician.
That's sexy. That is sexy when people can do that to me. Oh, I'll almost acquiesce. I'll give myself to you.
We're waiting
then you
for
can
things.
peg me.
I have a bunch of information requests in, but they're taking way longer than they normally would because I'm pretty sure it's because I'm being punished, right? They can slow down the process to get me the things that I need to write about. We have a request in about which we should have gotten, about something in the 70s. An alleged drug plane crashed into Lake Eola.
Yeah, that was Tom's dad. Oh,
shit. No shit, a drug plane crashed into Lake Eola in the 70s?
Yeah, and there was allegedly
they
cash
should have
on
a
board.
model of that in the lake. That's badass.
That's better than that goddamn fountain.
Fuck that fountain.
You
Put
can
a
find
drug
it.
plane.
There's a really cool clip online from channel, I want to say it's Channel 9. It was WKMG, I think. Ron Cummings was the reporter looking at, like, there was a news helicopter was there to report on it, and they ended up contracting the news helicopter to lift the plane out of the lake, and everybody's watching from the shoreline, but we're trying to get a hold of the police report because it seems a little sketchy what was happening. It's connected to a huge story that actually Mike sexy book boy from back in the day, is writing and trying to work on right now. And he has tons of information, but we'd love the police report.
I have this
no,
video.
we don't have this. We don't have the police report.
Well, yeah, because if I was, in charge of the police, I'd be like, go out there, swim out there, see what's in there.
And they did. It was
get the fucking drugs.
Yeah, get the cash, and maybe there's a fucking cash in there.
Wait till you see. There's a video. It's the fire department are the ones that had to go dive in after it or something.
Here it is.
And there are all these just dudes with mustaches. This is crazy.
Wait, like it's just a small Cessna?
So that's Lake Eola.
It came out of Herndon Airport and it crashed like right out of the airport.
And Lake Eola's shallow. I remember
it's 80 feet at its deepest over by because it's a sinkhole, but the rest I think is like 30 feet deep.
I mean, I think you could walk a lot of Lake Eola, like around the edges and shit.
Yeah. There used to be a beach.
Police have not yet made positive identifications of the body.
Was that a corpse?
Yeah, three people died in it. So Mike's working on this story. If anybody out there knows anything, I'd love to hear about it. If you know where Ron Cummings is, the guy who's reporting, you can hear his voice. I'd love to talk to him because I'm sure he has some more information through the years of having reported.
That's wild, man.
Wait till you see. You're going to see, if you fast forward a little bit, you can see the plane getting pulled out.
Okay, here we go.
And they used a news helicopter?
Yeah, look.
Holy shit. That's awesome.
That's so fucking dangerous. That should not be done. I think anybody would tell you. Hold on, that's a redneck
Holy shit.
That is some red. This is Orlando. That should be what's in the middle of the lake. That right there.
The tail of it. Of a drug plane.
And then Brenda from Bithlow standing on the top holding cocaine.
No, but it's a statue where the rope is actually a piece of metal, and then there's the actual news helicopter too. Like there should be a statue of a news helicopter pulling a drug plane out of Lake Eola.
Okay, you want to hear a little bit of
better?
We're obsessed with it. Mike is in it. He cannot. Oh, what? Sorry.
Okay.
Here's a little more. There they are pulling it up.
Can they see this in the chat?
Yeah. I've got it up for everybody to see. The people are watching.
Having a picnic.
I like how they can't even get it
It's
fully out of the
straining
water.
the helicopter. Very dangerous. They could die at any moment.
It can fall on the people who are watching.
Yeah, and those blades, when those blades hit the water, they come breaking apart, flying at the goddamn spectators.
Look at the. There's Florida's finest.
Considering the possibility the plane may have been involved with drug smuggling, but so far have no evidence to support that theory. A source at Herndon said the plane was going to the Opelika airport. FAA investigators are now simply trying to find out why the plane crashed. The exact cause of this crash won't be known until after the FAA's investigation, which usually takes a few days.
It's Ron.
That guy's fucking cool as hell. Look at that mustache.
We're trying to find him.
Without a flight plan, without a radio, without clearance
I like how
to take...
back in the day that like you look at that guy, you're like, oh, he's like 43. You're like, no, this guy's 28.
Yeah. That guy's 26 years old. He just came out of college.
He kind of looks like John Busdecker's dad.
That fucking looks like a grown ass old middle aged man.
That guy's fresh out of DBCC.
Yeah, that guy is 24 years old.
So yeah, unsolved mystery, local history thing.
That's
I'd love to know more about that. We're trying to find out, but there's maybe some mafia connections. There's like we don't know.
We gotta tell Scotty to get that in the history. Like the drug plane that crashed into Lake Eola.
I mean,
where is it?
And then they pulled it out. I want to talk to the goddamn helicopter
He
pilot.
wasn't supposed to be doing that. But these guys are not supposed to be fucking around with the news helicopter.
But that's a great thing about back in the 70s
Back in the
and
day,
shit.
you could do whatever you want.
Like they're like, we don't have any other way. Like, can you do it? The guy's like, I can.
They clearly got an exclusive
Here's
out
the
of it
deal,
too.
though.
You know,
I don't know if they own their chopper. They
license
for
it
my
from-
wife working at WESH, I could be wrong on this, but it is of my understanding that the modern day news station owning a chopper or renting it from a guy that owns it, that's a new thing. If you had this back in the day, it was a contracted thing. That's his plane,
third party company.
That's his thing, and he's doing his thing. And then you just pay to have it for your station.
I'm not watching the chat, but if anybody knows who he is, or you can find Ron Cummings, that anchor, please let me know. News at OrlandoShine.com. We need to find him. Or if you know any information about this, please let me know too. Because I think the story's great as it is. But it would be so much better if we could find out more. Because it should be a Netflix special. It's insane. The more this is like the tip. This is the tip.
I love the tip
of the of the whole story. It's insane. One of the guys in that plane used to write Star Trek episodes. What?
One of the drug dealers?
That's weird as fuck.
Who's the rights?
That's weird shit.
Yes, we're trying to get the script sent over so we can see them. It's crazy. You don't understand.
How come I've never known about the drug plane in Lake Eola?
Orlando Shine is down? What? I need to go.
They're coming after you now.
Oh, yeah.
That's Buddy Dyer putting his claws on you.
Are you joking? It's down? Shut up.
I don't know. They're mean.
That's the chemical bug man. He's shutting shit down.
Yeah.
Did I get shut down?
What if somebody's sitting there and he goes, he's talking about the Swans again?
You're an asshole.
Shut down the shot.
What if this all has to do, like, the drug plane, the Swans are all
interconnected? The Swans are dying because there's drugs in the lake.
Yeah. There was more than just one. There's kilos of cocaine down there.
Crazy. And then that Greek Orthodox Church does something where the kids, like, they throw a cross in the lake and then kids go and jump in and go get it. They just did that. And the water is like,
oh my God, there's more boys.
It's not okay.
There's poor Swan shit boys.
Anybody who goes in that lake is supposed to get a vaccination. But
that lake is full of sewage and
it's the recipient of almost all of the runoff in downtown Orlando goes to Lake Eola. It's a stormwater sewer.
You know what that means? That means Tanquerays when they were saying goodbye. All that vomit right into the lake.
But isn't that crazy too?
They'll be tough.
I'm trying to find out what's going in there.
We can get out of here after this, but out of all the bars that I've seen go away, that's one of the only ones that I've seen. Like people, I saw a guy on Reddit that went to Tanquerays and literally had his wife take a picture of him out front. Like they were tearing down the old, stadium where his favorite football team used to play.
Yeah, well, they did this with Wally's too, kind of like, it's...
this one was bigger on my feed.
But this closed because the new owners of the building didn't renew the lease. And I want to know, is it because they're putting something else in there? Did someone give them an offer to put another bar in? Like, is it going to be a bar? Like, there's something, and they're not answering my email, so I don't know. I'm trying to find out.
Punished. Being punished. Big
Swan. Swan Gate.
Big Swan.
Big Swan.
Let's plug some stuff and get out of here, buddy.
All right. If you want to sign up to become a BDM before our BDM Appreciation Week, which are currently planning, along with the BDM Appreciation Party, which we got the venue for. We're putting all that together. That's going to be in April, but you got to be a BDM to even get invited to be involved in the $5 t-shirt promotion. We got a bunch of other sponsors that are giving out gifts with the t-shirts.
Jeff's has been sending us something every day. My God. I mean,
we got some cool things from Jeff's Bagels that we're going to put out random to
and to all our sponsors, because BDMs, you guys mean the most to us, and it's cohesive. Right? It's like you guys help our sponsors, and then our sponsors in turn want to help you.
Yeah.
That's the way we want it to be.
And the Orlando Shine show on Fridays.
Congrats.
Thank you.
You've been really getting some heat, man. I mean, with Big Swan also comes a lot of people reading what you're writing, so that's got to feel good.
We're doing all right. Our biggest story was about a pickle festival coming up. We had over a million views, unique visitors.
I saw that. When is the pickle?
Pickles are hot right now.
I think it's Big Pickle. It's funny you said Big Swan because I think there's a big pickle pushing the algorithm.
It might be. There are pickle festivals. I know of a few people locally, like Liv's been in here.
Oh, okay.
Liv's Gourmet Pickles.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. She's not a sponsor or anything. But she's making her own pickles and doing
That's hard.
She learned to do it out of sobriety.
Okay.
It was like, I need something to do with all this idle time.
Pickles.
And she went pickles instead of pickling herself, I guess.
Oh, I get that.
Kind of a cool story.
I wonder how hard cucumbers are to grow.
I don't think they're hard.
It's a little, I always get mildew here. There's like a weird.
Yeah. Every time I try to go squash, it never on the goddamn, I get, the mildew and the mold on the goddamn leaves.
It's wet around here, and the bird flu.
Anything else, Brendan, you want to push?
Sure. Yep. Orlando Shine Show. Please listen every Friday. Tonight's great. We were hanging out with Jeff Stanford from Orlando Science Center talking about the Science on Tap.
Yeah, that's happening Saturday.
Yeah, I'll be there. Yep.
I'll be there too.
Come hang out with me.
Okay, John might be there. Scotty might be there.
Awesome. My wife will be there. Come hang out with us.
I love it.
Tracy's going to be out there. We'll be walking around.
I was thinking it's kind of like a real radio get together because all the kids come.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful beer fest.
I love it.
It's very pretty.
And then today is the launch of Orlando Beer Week. And I'm going to be emceeing a hot wings challenge at A La Carte downtown, that Art Square Park.
Yeah.
So all these brewers and brewmasters are going to have to do eat hot chicken, and I have to ask them tough questions.
And I think Elliot's in charge of the cooking, right?
Yes, from Red Panda Noodle.
Yeah, and that guy is a psychopath.
He is.
I mean that with love.
But
he's going to make them hot. He's not going to fuck around.
No, I watched two people. We did a promo video of it, and Chris from Tactical Brewing ate one next to me. I thought he was going to die. It was too much. And it's chemical based. He wasn't using food to make it hot.
I really hate to say this, but you can back me up on this.
Yeah.
I'm a guy.
Nobody
can beat me in the hot.
You can buy the flight. They're gonna sell a flight of chicken wings that you could do. You could follow the challenge.
I've never given in. I've never given in to any spice challenge. The chicken fire, the spiciest one.
That I almost died.
Remember when I was at the History Center and I had chicken fire in my beard?
That was it?
And you called me out? That's what it was. It was literally...
Yeah, you've always been able to use super hot.
I didn't call you out, but I love you.
No, you needed to call me out.
You had a red thing in your beard.
I had a red stain in my beard from eating soul food Nashville hot chicken, this place called Chicken Fire, which has the best French fries. They do.
They're
fucking crinkle fries.
I haven't had his smash burgers because I'm on a health journey, but he has a smash burger.
What is it called? Cow and cheese.
Yeah, I heard they're amazing.
That's the other concept for chicken fire. It's called cow and cheese.
Up in Maitland.
God.
So they out, and I think that's it. Am I fucking up? Follow us. We have a newsletter. If you want to get all the news, I'd love to see y'all sign up for the newsletter. But otherwise, thanks for everybody's support. We've been getting a lot of support from BDMs.
Yeah, just follow Orlando Shine.
Please.
That's the easiest way to find out everything that Brendan's doing.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, all right.
Hey, thanks for calling Tom and Dan. Who's this? You can have the last word.
Yo, it's DeBerry Joe.
Okay, you can have the last word, DeBerry Joe.
I got you beat on hot sauce, man. That bottle of taco sauce I gave you fucked you up good.
That was pretty hot. The one that he gave me, but it didn't stop me. I finished the bottle.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
The next time I saw you, you were walking with a cane.
Okay. He's not wrong. You motherfucker. Yeah. Get out of here.
That was uncalled for.
All right, love you guys.
All right, we love you too. Charleston Joe. He
from
moved
Charleston?
away. No, he used to be DeBerry Joe. He moved away to Charleston. He's horny. You got a girlfriend now.
A lot of people are leaving Florida just because of the expense.
Good. Get out of here.
Yeah. Well, the people that are replacing them, we don't want. That's the problem.
He's not wrong.
I was used to DeBerry Joe.
I love DeBerry Joe. I don't like these new guys. All right,
here we go. We will see you Friday. Or Monday, sorry.
Yeah, Monday. This is definitely Monday.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.